Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLee's Corner. Child, I am running late, making sure I got my water, making sure I put my sweater on, my sweatshirt, so I can change. Okay, because I can't be around here on camera showing my titties, okay? Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I had no intentions of going live today, okay? Because it wasn't really nothing going on in social media world and being out there. Blue child. Mel said, nah, you can't have a day off. Mel went live for 2 hours, okay? She went live for 2 hours today, and she called out all of the people, okay? Now, look. One, I hope y'all can hear me clearly, okay? Two, I hope y'all got y'all drinks and y'all snacks, because even though I listened to it and cut it down, it's still an hour and like 20 minutes, because she was calling people out, child, having receipts, having a little story time for her own, to let y'all know she tired of production. And I fully believe she mean Carlos King. She tired of the peoples, honey, and the peoples includes Martell, okay, Kimmi, Destiny, Lion, Letitia, what's the girl name? Tricia, all them peoples, okay. Mel said we gonna get into it today, okay. So look, I am just trying to bring y'all the information. I do not make the news, honey. I just report it. And so again, get y'all a snack, get y'all a drink or whatever, and have a little seat so we can get into it all. Now look, I like my thumbnail. You know, I was looking for a picture of Tricia, and even though I went to her page, I feel like the pictures of her page look too edited. And I said, y'all ain't gonna know who she is. And so I was like, no, did you use the photograph that you use on your thumbnail for the show? Okay. But Mel was like, not today. Not today at the all. Okay. Now look, I'm here. Hey, how y'all doing? Child, I had thrown my little sweatshirt because I was like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's a little cold, but a little hot. Okay, my blonde is bunny. It's real bright. It's real bright. I'm not this light. I'm really not. I hope that the thing, you know what I'm saying, elevated stuff. Okay. But how y'all doing? Okay, thank you to those who are watching live. Thank you to those who end up watching the replay. Okay. We here. Okay. I was a little late. I walked in the door at 7:40. Okay. And so here we are. Here we are together as one. Okay. And we're gonna have a good old time. Okay. Look, hello to all the people, whether you're here on time or whether you late or whatever it may be, if you're watching live or watching the replay. Okay, we here to enjoy it. We're gonna, watch a little bit, talk a little bit. Okay, watch a whole bit and talk a whole bit. Okay, it's gonna be round here. Child, look, for Destiny, she don't have many pictures of herself either. And that's why when I got that picture, when I got that picture from off the show, I said, yeah, that's gonna forever be a picture for Destiny Payton. Y'all know she's looking her by her hyphenated name. Child, I would have been gave her that last name, but I'm leave that be. But again, hi to y'all, how y'all doing? How's everybody and stuff? So look, Mel, to me, in my opinion, and what she was saying, child, she got issues with these people right here. Okay, she not full of foolishness at the all. Okay, and also for these people right here, she didn't really say much about Tisha because Tisha been real quiet this season. Tisha got nothing going on in her life, I guess. So she didn't really say much about Tisha at all, but she did mention fully went in on all the peoples. Okay, and I was like, well, can I do it in parts? I was like, no, I did not feel like breaking it up at all. Okay, look, when I said I had to edit it down, I had to edit it down. Okay, I'm not gonna hold y'all up because those who here is here for a reason, child. Now, as I told y'all, we're gonna be watching and talking and watching. Okay, we're gonna fully now. Y'all also know because she was talking for 2 hours. It was 2 hours. Okay, so much so that when the IG cut off and she had to come back on IG. Okay, and the crazy part was I had just pulled up to work and I was like, Mel live. I'm like, let me look, because she might just be on here, doing her 7th Avenue beauty stuff. But no. It was the way that she was sitting there. I said, she don't look like she's finna sell her products. She look like she's finna read somebody for filth. Let me pay attention. And when she said, yeah, I'm here, I said, oh, she hit, because y'all know she been real quiet. She ain't been saying much of nothing. Now, we know that Martell did a little video with him and Cole on No Girl. We know that Marcel and Tisha had a live conversation on IG as well. And so Mel said, now was my turn, okay? Now, I know a lot of us was wondering, is she going to quit the show? I think a lawsuit may be on the way. I fully feel like Mel is gearing up to sue somebody. Okay, and I said, I'm going to be sitting here for it. Okay, so again, I had to speed it up so it's on like her voice is a bit, animated. Okay, if you don't like it, child, slow it down. It's fine. But Mel talks slow anyway. She talks real deliberately slow. And so even when I sped it up, it's still not too fast and stuff. But again, she deliberately and directly went at Kimmi, Destiny, Tricia, Nell, Chris, kind of sort of Maurice as well, production. Okay, production. And even though she said production, at first she said the producer, she talking about Carlos King. Okay, we can all see it. Okay, we can fully see it. And I like the fact that she said, I'm not going to say that for a while. Let them keep putting out all the dirt, all the stuff. I'm going to let them burn. I'm going to let them burn the house down. I'm going to let them burn this bridge so they can rebuild it up. Okay, because I get it. Some folk don't like melody. That's fine by me. But what you can't take away from Mel is everyone on that show talks about her and or Martell. And when I hear folks say, well, Mel don't do nothing either. Mel can't because she's too busy defending herself to these people. Okay? So let's get into it.
I'm going to start out by saying that it is disheartening that I even have to do this. I'll start there. It is disheartening that I even have to do this. And I have literally spent the last probably like 3-4 months now. Spent the last 3-4 months just really being more silent.
Because y'all know usually with the show, Mel would at least, do a little tweet, a little IG post. She sometimes would ask the fans how did they watch the episode, how they felt. She stopped doing that months ago. She stopped doing that, period. Y'all know she took out the Own and Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff out her bio on IG. Mel said, get out my face. Okay. They supposedly another season of Detroit is coming, and they are allegedly going to film a new season of DC eventually, but they ain't filming right now. Okay, they ain't filming right now. But again, Mel is right. She hasn't been promoting the show, discussing the show, nothing. Because I'm like, she probably was waiting to see how they was going to act.
Really, I feel like when you're silent, that's when you can hear. And so I spent a lot of time being silent and trying to sit a little bit, pray. A lot of y'all joined me on the Universal Fast, and that was amazing. And just overall clarity, right? Overall clarity. And it's been great, to be honest. Some of my team has been like, "Whew, we don't know how much longer you gonna be able to keep being quiet, shoot, I was wondering if you was gonna be able to keep doing it." And I've been doing it, and that was a time. I posted a scripture the other day. There's a time for peace, there's a time for war.
It's a time for peace, it's a time for war. And I feel like Mel been pretty peaceful. Not innocent, but she's been pretty peaceful. Meaning she ain't really been ruffling no feathers. Okay, but I feel like, sometimes when you're at peace, it then leads you having to go to war.
And I do feel like there's a time to be silent and there's a time to speak out. When I start feeling a different energy or a questionable energy, I will pull back and just observe. I'm going to pull back and I'm going to watch your moves. I'm going to see what you do, how you move, who you're talking to, how you're talking, and I'm going to just watch. And then from there, I'll be able to make the determination of whether or not this is something or someone that needs to be in my life or not, right?
Now, y'all know she did that with Destiny. Technically, she did that with everybody on the show. Mainly because everybody on the show was connected to Martell. And I feel like you should do that in life. Sometimes they always say you see how folks feel about you when they think you're not paying no attention. So if I'm real quiet, you're going to be real talkative. And I'm going to see what you say.
And so that's kind of what I've been doing. Sitting back, trying to see what hand people were going to play, what people were going to do, what they were going to say. And it's been interesting. It's been interesting. It's been disheartening. It has been saddening to an extent. But it's also been confirmation for me. It's also been confirmation for me. Just by sitting. Now I'm going to be honest with you all. I have not been watching the show this season. So I may have to rely on some of you all who have been watching to help me through maybe some things I missed or that I don't know that maybe made the cut or not. Because honestly, I've only seen clips here and there. Sometimes I'll scroll on Instagram and I'll see clips of the show and I'll keep scrolling because I don't want to see it. But sometimes I watch the clips that pop up. On Instagram. And so I have seen some of the clips. I have not seen one full episode this entire season. So y'all probably gonna have to help me some. But I can speak to and attest to the things that I was a part of.
Now, when she was saying that she hasn't watched the show, she don't know, she may ask some questions. Her point was she doesn't know what aired. So, she filmed stuff, but she don't know how much made it to air, which also means she don't know what other folks were saying about her. And that's what she needs to see.
That are factual, that I know to be facts. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start out with, and I'm going to tell y'all this right now too. This is not going to be a back and forth thing. It's not going to be a situation to where I'm going to speak today and, oh, somebody's going to say something tomorrow, and, oh, Mel's going to come back and say something else. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not in the position, in the mood, in the realm mentally to do back and forth with people. That's not what I'm going to do. So I don't want you to think there's about to be some turned up anything because if anybody says something, Mel's coming back. It's not. I'm going to lay out the facts. I'm going to give y'all the receipts. I will probably do an extended, at some point, an extended sit-down interview. That will be a one-time sit-down as well, 9 times out of 10.
Sha, who she gonna interview with? Y'all think it's gonna be with Carlos? Cause y'all know usually we haven't seen Mel and Carlos together, so to speak, since the premiere episode at Carlos's that podcast he had that was in Huntsville. He's had, I think, mainly everybody else, well, probably except Martell. He's had, I think, everyone else on the show, on his podcast this season, except Mel. Now, again, Mel did the live in-person podcast that happened, earlier last year, but he hasn't had. She hasn't went on, his thing since then. Now, Martell don't really do stuff like that or whatever. So I'm not surprised. But I am surprised that Mel has not. But I think it's a choice of hers. A whole choice. Now, I also don't think she's going to interview with him. I don't think she should. Truth be told. So, we shall see.
But I'm not doing back and forth with anybody. So, I don't want y'all to think that that's what's about to happen. Because that's not what's going to happen. So, let's get into it. I have watched this season of filming and the scenes I've been in. And the clips that I've seen and I've been privy to, I've watched, and the one word that I have come up with that I would use to describe all that has been going on and the people involved, there's one word which I've shared with my team months ago, and that word is delusional. The word is delusional.
There's a lot of delusions. There's a lot of delusions. I feel like it's been delusional for a while now.
I'm like, they delusional. Like, this is crazy. I've never seen me firsthand someone who has been a victim of something be attempted to be made out to be the villain, right?
Let me see. She said she wouldn't go back on Messy Mondays when Carlos allowed Heavenly to speak negative about her, and he laughed. And when Heavenly said male friends, oh. See, the only time I really watch the Messy Mondays is when he does it with Dustin. Dustin is from here. I like Dustin. I don't really watch it when it's him and when it was him and Heavenly, unless something they said made it social media. And I had to go back and watch the whole thing. See, I didn't know that, but I do recall people saying that was the reasons as to why Heavenly stopped doing Messy Mondays because of the backlash she got from Mel's fans. So, okay, that tracks.
Until this show.
Oh, her saying people try to make it seem as if she's the villain and not the victim. I feel like her point in that is like, y'all do know the reason I'm so spent off is because of my ex-husband, who y'all still like to prop up like he's a whole good old man. Okay, like he's a good man, Savannah. He isn't. So I do feel like everyone makes it seem like Mel is this mean, evil person just for simply not dealing with them. None of them can say anything she's done to them except like not be close with them. And even when she like repeats or says stuff back, she don't really, she hasn't done anything to anybody. But things have been done to her. And I mean mainly from Martell, and then everyone on the show been piling on, and that's their main focus or their main conversation. So I think that's what she means and whatnot. Okay.
There are some parts that I would say due diligence was not done. Due diligence includes asking the other party as a production team asking questions versus just running with what one person says.
Mm-hmm.
When you begin to do that and you begin to put out false narratives that you have not confirmed, that have not been proven true, right? Then at that point, you are putting yourself in the position of being liable.
Lawsuit. When anybody starts saying liable, due diligence, okay, you got to go deep down in the lawyer backpack and pull it out your ass because, truth be told, we see shows. Come on now, Pacino. Production could have presented a screenshot letting the audience know that Martell had been convicted of DV harassing communications. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we have seen on many shows that when something happens in real life, they'll put a little blurb, bloop, Martell was convicted in the court of law. Like there's proof as to what happened between her and that man. I mean, y'all had his mug shot. If y'all can show Martell's mug shot, y'all can't put up the court records. And like he's saying, just ask the question. Do your due diligence.
For libel and defamation.
Defamation. Lawsuit.
And what I can tell you guys for sure is there have been a lot of narratives out that I wasn't even asked about. Didn't even know were being spewed or being said, and what definitely wasn't asked about. So when I
Hold on, y'all. It went down on my end.
But nobody asked me for proof that I could have easily provided, by the way. But now we're on the reunion stage and want to act shocked. Well, you should have asked me, the victim in the situation. I could have pulled the paperwork and showed you what the outcome was. But you didn't ask because you really didn't want to know. Because, see, the truth wouldn't align with your agenda. I'm going to say that again. The truth would not align with your agenda. So instead of doing your due diligence and asking and being given the necessary proof to then change maybe the direction you were trying to go, you decided to stay quiet, you and your team, and not asking questions.
Talking directly to Carlos. Directly to Carlos. And I think our point is you have people on the show asking other people questions of what happened, did this happen, blah, 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 blah. Why didn't anyone ask me? And if I'm seeing other conversations being had and they're acting as if Martell wasn't convicted of DV harassing communications within a court of law, it's a paper trail. So why act shocked that I don't want to be around that man?
Right? But now we're shocked when the facts come out. And I'm finally asked on the reunion stage, what we jumping up for now? This could have been asked. I could have been told you this. It's my, I can go pull the records. It's my documents. What do you mean?
Now, y'all know in the preview for the reunion that we've seen, recently, we see Carlos get up out of his seat and go over to Martell. Were you convicted of harassment? So her saying, why act shocked now? Why jump up out your seat and ask the question now when you could have asked me the question while we were filming? You asked everything else. You asked Tricia about her. I'm saying you asked everything else. Why didn't anyone ask? And even her saying, y'all are putting out a narrative as if I'm lying about something that's easily proven just to follow y'all narrative to make me be the villain.
Okay. So that explains, this reaction for me explains why you guys felt comfortable to use this entire season of this show to downplay, to negate the facts, to run with things that as you know, could have been true, could have not been true, but you didn't want to know the truth. And to build people up to think that maybe the other part was the truth.
Because y'all know on Bravo, child Karen got into a whole car accident. Crashed DUI car before they were filming. Bravo reenacted the crash, okay? Had footage from it, okay? Had all the charges from it. You want to know why? Because when you are a due diligent ass production company, you do the work to tell the story. You can't let one of the stars of your show be arrested for harassing his ex-wife, who's also on the show, and then y'all want to act like we're gonna kind of talk about it, but not really. We're not gonna skirt around it. So her point is, y'all supposed to be a production company. Okay, you see what's going on. It's in the court of law. Don't try to use it, because all this season I was like, why they didn't discuss Maurice's DUI in detail. They did not discuss Destiny's arrest for forgery or whatever, and they only touched a little bit of Martell being arrested and convicted for harassing communications, domestic violence.
So everyone decided to have an opinion. But nobody decided to ask me what was what. Ain't that interesting? Then we get to finally another castmate coming out saying, oh, we've all known about this. It wasn't a secret. We all know. The guys have seen this video and they this and they that.
Tisha, who was on Carlos King's Messy Mondays thing, and this is after the whole Marcel Tisha blow up at Destiny's Fake event and on Carlos King's show. Tisha said we all knew, about Martell trying to do the stuff with Mel and send the video out. We knew. We knew about the revenge porn. Martell has shown folk this and that and that and this. So even the fact that another cast member sat on the producer's show, we all knew this.
Right? Now we hear that. So then it becomes a bet. It becomes a bet. Because if they have been privy to and knew all along what the facts were, what the truths were, how is it that y'all had no problem spending an entire year acting as if you don't understand why there is a separation? Why you don't understand why there's no conversation? And speaking of conversation, let's be honest. I don't have a desire to converse with people who are actively, daily striving to destroy me.
Now, first of all, gorgeous. Okay, first of all, gorgeous. Okay, hair, backdrop, vest. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's just in a black sweatshirt and a good old gray vest, a good old weave, a good old face beat, gorgeous. You hear me? But Mel saying, y'all spent all that time on this season trying to ignore the fact. Okay, ignore the fact that one of your main cast members, Martell Holt, what he was doing to the other cast member. And that's also, am I a hostile work environment? Because y'all are ignoring the problem. You're ignoring the problem on the show. If the fans of the show can dig up and pull up court records, why can't production? Isn't this supposed to be reality?
It does not matter who you are or what we created together in the past.
Meaning, I don't care if we created children and companies. Okay, as far as Martell, I don't care if we had a marriage and created 4 children and we had a whole life together. Also, in with Carlos, I don't care if we created this show. I don't care if we created this show together and we've created other things together. I don't want to be around you, little bitch. So that can go for Martell and Carlos because she is built with them both. But it seemed like, in my opinion, she feels hurt and wrong by both of them. Because Carlos be just as silent as the Scots.
I have no desire to do that. So if it's not about my children, there's not a conversation to be had.
Cause y'all know that Martell kept saying, "Oh well, Mel, and when y'all ain't on camera, Mel love talking to me. We be talking and near each other." Her point is, nigga, no, we don't talk at all. If it ain't about our children, we do not talk. But again, I think her point is Carlos production on whoever is taking this narrative that I am this fake phony person. Okay, I'm this fake phony person, and off camera, I'm in love with Martell. I talk to Martell. Ain't no issue between me and Martell. Child, boom.
So even that narrative.
You know what? You know what? Today, I don't wanna do it. Not today. Nope, not gonna do it. Look. This is my thing, y'all. Everyone has a right to their opinion, but when you come in and she's always a victim. So y'all know I don't like blocking folk who not saying something mean or rude or whatever. But don't y'all, if you don't, then go on somewhere. That comment to me is ridiculous. She isn't always the victim when she's talking about one specific situation, her and Martell. With her and Martell, she is the victim. Okay.
That narrative. Untrue. There is no, oh, Melody acts this way here and then she acts this way there. No, Melody acts the same. Melody sits way over on another side. Way over there. Way over there. Way over there. What are you talking about? So no, unlike a lot of the people here, I don't put on for the camera. And to be honest with you, I think that's part of the issue, is that I refuse to just put on for the camera. Will I attempt to be cordial? Absolutely. Attempt to try to reconcile, depending on how far you've gone. That's the other thing. Depending on how far you've gone, how far you've taken it, and what true efforts you're giving. I'm open, depending on how far you've gone and what your efforts look like.
So,
pull up.
The thing that kind of broken up. I feel like we've seen this current season. We've seen Mel film with Tricia. We've seen Mel film with Kimmi, with Destiny. Okay, we've seen, in my opinion, we've seen her play nice. We've seen her try to be cordial. We've seen her try to move forward and film the show with the cast. Okay, the only one she refuses to really film with and interact with is Martell. So I do feel like we've seen her try to move on, because Tricia said Mel was an evil person with an evil spirit child, the devil and all that stuff. And Mel said, okay, I'm going to leave it be. We're going to keep it pushing. Okay. We've seen Kimmi and Maurice not be supportive. You know, Kimmi told people, Martell, that's a good man, Savannah. You know what I'm saying? And Mel still, for even, you know, Charlotte, all I'm saying is we have seen this season people try to move forward, but y'all can't keep supporting Martell at the same time, y'all.
Drop off, drive off if I'm doing that day. It's what it is. There's no conversation. But I get it. It fits the narrative, right? That Mel is just difficult and Mel is just fake and Mel's phony and Mel's this whole narrative that has been spewed into the minds of what were once castmates of mine by the producer.
By the producer. Now she didn't let me rewind. Okay, because again, she didn't say Carlos' name, but I feel like the producer.
Depending on how far you've gone, that's the other thing. Depending on how far you've gone, how far you've taken it, and what true efforts you're giving. I'm open, depending on how far you've gone and what your efforts look like. pull up, drop off, drive off if I'm doing that day. It's what it is. There's no conversation. But I get it. It fits the narrative, right? That Mel is just difficult and Mel is just fake and Mel's phony and Mel's this whole narrative that has been spewed into the minds of what were once castmates of mine by the producer. I'm going to say producers.
That includes Carlos, in my opinion. In my opinion. Because why does all the cast try to make it seem like Mel is the issue? When again, Mel hasn't directly or even indirectly did anything to anybody. Technically. It's weird to me.
And that seemed to be better than pushing the facts. You guys say there's never any reconciliation when it comes. You guys said there was never really any reconciliation when it came to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Do y'all think that people really wanted there to be?
Mm-hmm.
Production-wise?
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, I'm not on the outside looking in, I'm in. And what I'm going to say is there was no desire for reconciliation amongst the group. No desire for reconciliation. That's why when you watch television and there is conflict, there's conflict, there's a climax of the situation, and then there's a resolution, right? The resolutions never lasted because they didn't want it to last.
Boom. And I'm going to give you an example between this show and let's say Potomac, okay? We talked about Potomac being so toxic before for many different reasons. And this current season of Potomac, there was an episode that aired where Wendy and Giselle had a conversation. And I said the reason production did that was because they needed people to move on so the show could move forward to have some kind of resolve. And that's why this season of Potomac has been very, very good because they're able to move forward. They're not bringing up all the old beef. It doesn't mean that we haven't seen what we saw. It don't mean Giselle ain't still Giselle, okay? But on Potomac, they were able to move forward because Candace was out having a baby. I hope she come back next season. Robin was gone, okay? And things just kind of changed up. So the show was able to move forward. On this particular show, every time there is some resolve, it goes right back to the bullshit. Even if the couples or the folks on the show have other things going on, we keep on saying, why are we still discussing Mel and Martell divorce? And they've been divorced for years. Mel don't even talk to that man because production wants to be lazy and they want the beef to keep starting. That's easier.
Okay. I attempted to ease down the chaos. I mean, this season, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but I usually won't even let people in my house. I'd be like, it was only a couple of people that I would let film in my house. And they knew because I would tell them, nope, these are the people right here, this person, this person, this person. They can come into my home. This is my sanctuary. This is my place of peace. They're welcome into my home, yes. But that's it. This season, I opened it up a little bit more, did I not? Mm-hmm.
We seen Nell in her house, and we seen Kimmi in her house. We didn't see Tricia, but for sure, Nell and Kimmi was there.
I did. I opened it up a little bit more, right? Again, these are your attempts at reconciliation and trying to move forward and trying to get everybody back to that positivity, black excellence, so to speak, that we like to talk about, that I think people don't even be knowing the real definition of.
Carlos, because Carlos loves saying black excellence, black excellence, black excellence. Tisha said sometime too, but we don't believe Tisha. Okay. But yeah.
I'm gonna sit here and take this thing slow because one thing that I've learned is some people lack comprehension skills and they'll listen to something and I have heard things that I said and it became something totally different. I'm like, that's not what I said. What? Well, how do they run a title like this on their YouTube channel? That is not what I said. And so there are some people who do a great job and it's some people who just lack comprehension skills. So I'm going to make sure we all understand and hopefully this will decrease, some of that, okay? So I had a scene Let me get this code on this phone.
Now, when I tell y'all, Mel was pulling receipts, child phone, addresses, texts, pictures of the venue, okay, dates, time, receipts, dates, times, fucking everything. She had all of the receipts, okay. And what I love is we see one thing play out on the show. We feel like, oh, Kimmy's upset, Nail's upset, this and that and that and this, because we're not privy to, well, when did they film? What did they talk after the fact? If all we see is the show and the producers and productions is putting forth this narrative that, oh, everybody pissed at Mel, that would be, what they think it is. Okay?
Let me go over and show you how long the call lasted. Now remember, this is call number 2 on the screenshot from my Verizon.
So she has showed just a couple. She showed a phone, not a full phone number, but she showed like the first 3 digits of somebody's phone number. It was Kimmy's phone number, and she's now showing the date and a 21-minute phone call from back in June.
Phone bill number 2. So let's scroll over and get to call number 2. That's 21 minutes.
Huntsville, Alabama, 21-minute phone call.
Okay, 21 minutes. Y'all see that? That's 21 minutes. Okay. So there was a 21-minute phone call that happened. Here is July. Can y'all see that? Let me tell you what it says. There's Friday, July 19th, scene 1 melody, 11:30 a.m., 106 Jefferson. Let's look right here. And I'm going to bring it together for y'all. But we got to...
Because she in case y'all don't know, I have my call sheets. When I'm filming a scene, when I'm called to set to film, I still have that. Do
it right. I'm going to Google 106 Jefferson for you so y'all can see the images of what...
So she pulled up the address of that day and where she went.
106 Jefferson is. We're going to see if it looks a little familiar to any of you. Let's see. If it looks familiar. Can y'all tell me what that area and location looks like to you guys?
Now, if y'all recall, when Mel and Kimmi had that sit down, that's where they were for that sit down. So Mel is showing y'all, I had a call for a scene on this a day. This is the day it was. This is the address it was. I talked to somebody for 21 minutes on this same day after the call time. So guess what? On that day, I shot a scene with Kimmi, okay, at this location, and after the fact, me and Kimmi talked.
So a lot of y'all got it right.
Yes, y'all, please like the video. Like the video and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Follow my best friend Karla.
The one-on-one scene with Kimmi, yes. So Kimmi and I have this scene. And when I first get there, right, I don't really want to talk about the stuff they want us to talk about. I actually didn't want to talk about it when we worked out here at my house. But let me tell you the task that was given to me.
Again, she said she did not want to. Y'all like the video. Y'all like the video. Please, thank you. Y'all know when Kimmi first came to Mel's house and they worked out in a garage, they were discussing, the DUI. Okay, that was the first scene that had happened.
Hey, you heard about such and such? Yes, I've heard about it. Everybody knows about it. Well, none of them want to talk about it. And we ain't going to be able to not talk about it. So we need you to try to get her to talk about it.
Rick, every like you give, bag or lose, they funded. Again, Mel is saying that production, she didn't want to discuss the whole DUI thing. She didn't care. Production told her, hey, you know he got the DUI. Well, yeah, I know. Well, they don't want to talk about it. So can you ask Kimmi about it? The same way we seen Marcel and Tricia say production is going to want to ask someone on the cast to come ask us about what Martell put on social media, and we don't want to do it. So the fact that we already seen Tisha Marceau say that's what production do. Production would just ask somebody to ask you about what was happening on social media.
Because we can't not talk about it. It's everywhere. I'm like, But look now, if she don't want to talk about it, now I'll push a little bit, but I ain't pushing too much because I ain't doing it. But okay, I'll try. Great. So we had that here at the house. And if you notice, I tried to push just a little bit, but when I saw it was a total shutdown on it, it was kind of like not going to go nowhere anywhere else. I'm like, okay, cool. So then we have a one-on-one scene where I just showed you guys. And I really didn't want to talk about it. I'm like, she don't want to talk about it. So I'm sitting here trying to be like, no, I'm not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. You said you don't want to talk about it, and we're not going to talk about it. Right? But then the conversation continues to happen. So what I showed you guys was a phone call that took place that day right after. And I you know, the one who doesn't want resolution and who's like bitter and mad and angry and fake and phony and all this stuff. I called Kimberly and I said,
when she child, the fact, y'all know, the fact that she's calling Kimmi Kimberly speaks volumes. Okay. My best friend, Karla, does not call me Jaylee. She calls me Jay. Okay. If Karla ever called me Jaylee, I would be like, what the fuck I do? If him called me Jaylee, what the fuck I do? Don't nobody call me by my name. Okay. Mel sent Kimberly. Kimberly. Child, that means, bitch, I don't like you no more.
Hey. So I just want to let you know, girl, I do not care nothing about this stuff. No lipstick, no none of that. I said, you know, production got me asking y'all this and asking these questions. I do not care. We talked for 21 minutes. I just showed y'all the phone call. Her response to me was, girl, I already know. I already know this production. I said, girl, yes. I said, honestly, I ain't even trying to do no drama for real. I wish we could get away from drama. We have a whole 20-something minute conversation. And I'm like, I don't care about it. I don't care about it. They're making me ask about it, but I really don't care. But you asked me in this scene not to mention it again. And I said, and I'm going to tell you what. You don't ever have to worry about me mentioning it again.
And remember, again, gorgeous. I am a great pauser. You hear me? But remember, Kimmi and Mel had the first scene in Mel's garage at the workout thing. We then seen when Mel talked to Tricia, Mel talking to Tricia, and Mel saying because production, because if the Scotts, half the cast is the Scotts. Tricia, Martell, Tricia, Marceau, Kimmi, Maurice. If those four won't discuss it and they're a part of the main cast, they have to ask Mel to be the one to talk about it. The same way we've seen other folk ask, we're like, why did they ask that question? So Mel, like, production was like, we need someone to bring it up. So once she even seen Maurice and Kimmi at Tricia's, the fake open house, fine. Okay. And then her and Kimmi meet at that bar, that rooftop bar, whatever, and had that conversation. We never seen Mel mention it again. So we had a one-on-one conversation. And I told you in the scene, I don't want to discuss it. You told me not to. I won't. After we filmed the scene, we talked for 21 minutes about it. And you seemed cool with it. I didn't discuss it anymore. Even after that scene, we know Kimmi came to Mel's house and came in the house and they sat down and ate their food and talked. Why would Kimmi have all that energy for Mel at the reunion? If we already talked it out, ate food, broke bread, you came to my event, why would you have so much animosity towards me at the reunion?
And that's what it was. Conversation over, ended well, no problem, no animosity, nothing. Nothing. See, that's how you get to resolution, right? As a cast. So that is why y'all then saw a scene after that where she was welcomed into my home, not just in my garage this time. Because we had such a great combo, a 21-minute combo that I just showed y'all. So I'm like, yeah, she come out and said, oh, you know, I told the production, I said, y'all know what, I'm going to make my Rotel dip. I said, they used to love when I made my Rotel dip, and I kind of want some anyway, too, so I'm going to make some Rotel dip. I made Rotel dip. Came to my home, we ate, she brought.
I haven't ate, y'all, so if y'all see me munching on my little french fries from KFC, don't judge me, judge your mama. Love y'all.
Come on to me. And even in that, I'm going to be real with y'all. I literally don't even be that mad for real about people. I know we've got to have conversations that somebody's got to tell it. I don't even be tripping on it like that. But it makes it interesting to me when I see a title of Melody is addressed about her double standard. I've never told anybody on this show not to bring social media to me. Never. Ever.
Never ever, child. Look, that's factual. How can y'all say Mel has a double standard where she doesn't want us bringing up her stuff, but she brings for ours? The only thing we heard Mel tell people was she told Nell and them, do not connect me with Martell. If y'all interview him, don't put me and that man in the same category. That's all.
I've never done it. So if you want to say a double standard would be me saying, hey, don't bring social media stuff to me, and then I bring social media stuff to you. That's a double standard. I've never told people what not to talk about when it came to me. Never. Now, there were some conversations amongst other folks, but I never said what not to talk about when it came, because I always felt like if I'm going to do reality TV, I want it to be real. I want it to be real. I want it to be authentic, because the audience can feel when things are real and when they're not.
Mm-hmm.
They can feel it. You can tell, and that's what makes things not make sense. Whenever one minute people are about to fight, and then the next week they're all sitting up in a crowd together, bunched up like a bunch of peanuts in a bag.
Not some peanuts. Look, I feel like Mel's point is, we watch the show, we see stuff, and we be like we said, Martell and Maurice and Marceau was gonna fight. A full-fledged fight. Like y'all pounding hands and sitting together. It don't make sense, because when did they make up? When did that happen? I'm confused. Marceau said he has nothing to say left to say to Martell. They not cool. They not friends. Okay. So I don't understand how and why Martell is sitting with the Scotts.
That's when it becomes to the point where we're no longer doing reality TV. And now you are trying to maybe just be actors and actresses. And I when I want to do that, I go learn a real script for a movie. I don't come to reality TV to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little different when it comes to that. And again, I think that's some of the issue, but that's fine. Comes in, we eat, have a conversation. Actually, when the cameras go down, we actually stay longer. Now, I have cameras up there in the room because we sat in my sunroom. So y'all know the little area where you can, I've shown y'all before, you kind of look outside and see my backyard, you see the trees and all that. Well, that's my sunroom area, and I have chairs there. And we kind of sat in there and talked for a while. Just me and Kimmi. Camera's gone. We just chilling, eating, and talking. No problems. None. That's why after that, you then see us at the bachelorette party. No problems. See you at the vow renewal. Got no beef or problems. Matter of fact, at the vow renewal, at the reception part, when I sat at the table, because I had a name tag on my table, Tricia, Marceau, Kimmi, Maurice, they all came and sat at the table. We were all talking. We were talking about the kids and almost being teenagers and all this stuff. Having just good, positive conversation. There was no drama being had. Just talking and chatting it up.
I did think it was weird that we didn't get any conversation at the reception. Ain't no way that no one talked at the reception. Because even we seen Mel get up to leave, it wasn't as if anyone seemed uncomfortable. They weren't. I think Tricia was talking. So even her saying at the reception, things were fine, but we didn't see none of that on the show.
Then, of course, I left when I felt like a boundary was crossed that I had already shared with production that wouldn't be okay with me. So then I gracefully left. I didn't make a scene. I'm not finna go off and blow up. None of that. I gracefully, like the lady I am, got up, went over to Miss Nell and them. A part y'all didn't see is when I told her I was about to go, she called her photographer that they had paid to take pictures. Hey, Melody's about to leave. Come over here and take some pictures. With us. I took some pictures with them. We took pictures. And I left. No big deal for me at all. And so At that point, no, and that's another thing. No, there was no violation of a protective order. That's another thing I noticed too. A lot of people think they know every single in and out of what has taken place when they pull documents. And some of the stuff y'all be saying that was active at the time, or this was this at the time, y'all had it all wrong. But that's another conversation for another day. So anyway.
Meaning, at the reception, a lot of folks said maybe Maria was seated across the aisle because of the protection order. Did she leave because of the protection order? Her point was, at that time, the protection order in the courts wasn't enforced, but her own personal boundary was, I'm not going to be around him in no kind of close proximity situation. So it had nothing to do with a legally binding PPO, whatever. No, I'm telling production, I do not want to be around him. And for my own safety, he should not be around me.
Another conversation for another day. And so it was literally me having that boundary in place myself. Me. Just know that. Me. Okay? So.
And it's okay to place boundaries around yourself to protect yourself.
I left. No biggie. Nothing about it. Okay? Nothing about it. And I dipped out. I dipped out because when I ran up there to tell them bye, and Miss Nell motioned for the photographer to come take the pictures, Destiny tried to run up there too and was all up in my face. And I was like, okay. And I got out of there. Dipped.
Because y'all know Destiny loved being around Mel. And then she gets in the confessionals and she loves to hate Mel. Because we see her fine in scenes with Mel until she feel like turning up for no reason. I agree, LRG. Well, is it large curves? I don't know. I assume, I don't know. I think this confirms a few things as it relates to Gucci's experience on the Bell Collective. 2, so the production company and the network now have a pattern of placing these Black women in harm's way. I agree. Because so Gucci said, I had a, stay away order between me and Selena, and y'all still filmed with her and had her around me too. Now, I still feel like so Gucci had that stay away order and when it was some bullshit. But the fact was, it was in place. It's for sure. You know what? I feel like I hate eating on camera. I'm just hungry, y'all. I got home late, but I didn't eat lunch at work. I was busy. I feel like they both stalk her in different ways. I feel like Destiny is the bigger stalker because she has no reason to do it. Like Martell, that was married for years, he crazy because he was in love with her. Destiny's crazy because for no reason, and not only that, she's angry for no reason. I think Destiny is more dangerous than Martell.
Thrown out, right? So that was that. But there was no order in place at that time. It was my boundary that I set for myself. And I've learned that a lot of people don't do well with boundaries, or they're not good at sticking to them, to the boundaries, and whatever. And so they don't understand it. So when we get to the clips y'all have seen for the reunion, considering that I've had conversation, it's been understood why these questions are being asked, but I really don't care, and we have a great conversation about it. I've already met with Maurice. We hashed it out, apologized to each other, and I told him in that scene, I said, well, Maurice, I don't know the air, y'all can tell me, because I don't know, but I told him in that scene, I said, well, listen, Kimmi already mentioned she would like for me not to talk about it again. I said, and I'm going to tell you like I told her. I said, you ain't got to worry about me talking about it no more. That's it. And I never brought it up since. And if you think about it, the only people that I had the conversation or asked questions with was when the cameras was up filming. Nobody else I talked to on an everyday basis was I discussing some lips and red lipstick.
It was Tisha and Tricia. That was it. She didn't talk to anybody else about it on the show, at least. And also the fact that Kimmi and Maurice both came to Mel's event, which seems like that meant they had all made up. We know that Mel and Maurice had the scene at his office, and they made up. So again, once we get to the reunion, why is it all this energy? If we made up during filming, why y'all mad now? I didn't say nothing extra that y'all could have saw me say that I didn't say to y'all.
Because I didn't really care. Okay? But I guess maybe production understands that they have more of one family on this show and they can stick together and choose not to talk about nothing. So then they got to see who can they get to ask the questions. And that's fine. Right? So Maurice and I, cool, calm, collected, makeup, apologies, we good. And he even understood. I said, maybe because you're around me when there's a person in the room that I don't fool with. So maybe that's why you don't get the nice melody. Because the energy's already messed up. And he said, you know what, Mel? Don't know if they aired it or not, but in the real scene, he said, you're right. I feel you. Because I haven't been around you, like, without that. Because the only time y'all been around me is if we're filming. And usually everybody's there. So, that was that. You know what I'm saying? My Mimosas with Melody event happened. They came. I texted Kimmi. And by the way, I also texted Kimmi whenever he got arrested. I know there was a conversation about nobody reached out. There was a conversation about that nobody reached out, I think, but one or two people on this show. Do y'all want to see that text message? Mm-hmm. Because I definitely text. I definitely text Kimberly. And checked on her. For sure. Because again, like I've said, I understand how stuff like that as a woman can be a lot. Because we do carry a lot. Yes, she said that. Oh, she did say that. So let me go ahead and, hold on, let me screenshot this text for y'all. But, I will show you my text. June 10th. Can y'all?
Child, come on now, Kimmi. June 10th, 2024. Mel was like, I have all the receipts.
I see that? Right there, June 10th. And I'll read it to you. Okay, June 10th. At 5:47 p.m. That's what that is. Hey, Kimmi, this is Mel. Checking on you, as I'm sure it's been a lot. So just checking on you. Sending prayers. She wrote me back at 10 p.m. Hey, chick, I'm good. Appreciate you checking. Have a great week. August 3rd, I called her to invite her to Mimosas with Melody. She said, sorry, I missed your call. I'll be there. I said, hey, okay. I figured you might have been busy. It's for men and women. So I was inviting Maurice too. Let me know so I can have y'all a spot. She said, no problem. I'll tell him. Again, this is all after the whole conversations about any lipstick. That stuff is resolved. It's done, over, through, complete.
So why y'all so mad at the reunion? I agree, black girl. On time. I found that with the season, they all had a problem with male fans, but came to an event for her fans. Remember, Tricia and Kimmi said they didn't go to Carlos King's live podcast in Huntsville because they felt like male fans would be there and it might be too much. So why did Kimmi go to Mel's actual event?
And then August 13th, I text her and said, hi, Kimmi and Reese. Thank you both for coming out on Saturday. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. That's right here, August 13th. They came to my Mimosas with Melody event. I also sent her this video. She was with one of my millimeters. And my photographer, I think Freddie O, captured this. And I could just tell in this video that there was a moment those two had. I didn't know what it was, but I could tell there was some kind of moment. So I sent it to her, like they were hugging and it was something. I just knew it was something. And anyway, she ended up telling me that the lady was a survivor of cancer. And so yeah, they did have a moment and I sent it to her. And then
so if you beefing with somebody and y'all ain't really friendly, why y'all texting? Friendly back and forth text. If you mad at me for discussing your husband's lipstick on his lips in the DY arrest photo, why you not mad? What's going on? Okay.
I sent her this picture from my photographer. I didn't have to. I sent this to them. I said, going through all the pics and videos now. We'll send you some throughout the next 2 days. That's me. That's what I said right there. Send her that. Freddie O took it. She said, good morning. Thanks, Mel. I said, good morning. Y'all look so nice. That's me right there. Good morning. Y'all look so nice. She said, thanks. Right? She said, yeah, the pics came out really nice. That lady I hugged in the video was a 30-year breast cancer survivor. That's her right there. She said the lady was a 30-year breast cancer survivor. So again, again, here we are talking. There are no issues. What? Okay. Then we get to October. Nothing happens in between that, just so y'all know. The vow renewal is the finale. I was sitting at the table. They came and sat at the table. We were all talking about kids and stuff. All good. Then the reunion happens. And for one, I thank God for my team, because my team is like, they're not about to let me cut a fool, no way, and get out of character, because I got too much going on, too much at stake. They gon' prep talk me every time. Hey, all right, listen, you go ahead and keep your calm now. Don't let nobody come. You know they may come. Don't let nobody come for you, and don't get you out of character. I'm like, all right. I was like, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not. So then we get there on the stage, and there's this whole different energy.
And she means beautiful. when I pause the child and I catch her, beautiful. Okay. So even her discussing them at the reunion. And we know at a reunion you're gonna rehash things, but you shouldn't be so pissed that you try to body shame somebody or claim that they had a bad booty job when we've been cordial or fine for months. I'm confused. How do we get to the reunion and now y'all mad at me?
That's totally different. I ain't gonna lie. If I can be honest with y'all, it shocked me, and it's really sad. It's super, super sad, to be absolutely honest. It's very sad. That's all I say. It's very sad. And I'm sitting there, and I'm listening at all this vitriol that's coming out with somebody who, and this is why, again, I say y'all don't ever see any resolution. Because people put batteries in people's backs because they don't really want resolution.
Don't want none. Because if we have already resolved what I said, why I said it, I was just asking the question. You're not going to get extremely pissed off to cause a moment in a scene, and then when production shows a little snippet of the reunion, let's put a little snippet of the reunion of Kimmi being pissed at me over some shit I asked months ago that we squashed months ago. So were you fake making up with me then, or you fake pissed at me now? Either way it go, Kimmi being fake. If Kimmi was still currently pissed, then you were fake cordial before, acting like you over it. So what? I mean, it kind of ambushed me, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought it was fine. We on the stage, and you pissed. Who put the battery in your? Because again, if Kimmi, what else did Kimmi and Maurice have going on this season? Nothing. So if Kimmi wasn't fussing with Mel, what would Kimmi say on the stage? Nothing.
They don't really want resolution. How beautiful would it have been to have kept the real? Like the real is what the combos is happening on these phones. The real. How beautiful would it have been to have kept the real, and y'all have been able to see, you know what, all that happened this season, but man, look, that's dope. That's dope. Like, they good. They good up there. They straight. How dope would that have been? The real. So, instead, we got all this rah-rah. and I'm not fixing to really be rah-rah. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not going to be rah-rah with folks. I'm not doing it. Did I run off any stage crying? No. Did I shed a tear on that stage? No. Did I almost shed a tear on that stage? No. I don't know where that rumor came from either.
Because folks was saying, oh, Mel was hurt and Mel was upset and Kimmi got in Mel's ass and blocky bloop. I don't think we've seen Mel cry. I think when Kimmi announced her cancer, when her and Martell was going through things years ago, Mel ain't crying over these people.
But I'm definitely not going to be rah-rahing with you either. I'm still going to be respectful. I'm going to keep my composure. I'm going to smile to keep my composure to make sure I stay okay. But to see how it went from that resolution to wanting moments, that is crazy to me. And I'm telling you, I remember going back with my team from the stage, and the one word I kept saying was delusional. 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 These folks delusional. That's all I can say. They delusional. Oh my gosh. How do we have conversations and there's resolution and then you get up here and act a different way? Totally different. And again, I say that is why there is no, y'all don't witness resolution. It's not because, oh, Melody likes to keep up mess and Melody likes to da-da-da. No, it's because you got some people who wanted promotions, more checks, or whatever the case may be, who are choosing to try to keep a mess. Like, who are choosing to, I need to have an issue with Mel on camera, you know? Who are choosing to do that. Because there's also a recording of someone on this show being told that they're not, because I inquired where they're going to a scene, being told that they are on ice. And if you're in TV, on ice means, like, we're not putting you in nothing right now. That they're on ice is quiet, in other words. That they're on ice because they appear to be a male supporter and a millimeter supporter. Now, my team thought I was going to quit that day. Because we all heard it. And they thought I was going to quit that day.
That day. Meaning she didn't quit that day. But I think she quit.
Because then it became, you know how when you're thinking something and you kind of think you know something, but then it's kind of different whenever you really hear it. Like, you really hear it. That becomes a whole different thing. That becomes a whole different thing. Just like how you might be like, I think my man cheated. But then if you...
And y'all, Sunny in the chat. Sunny was in the chat, you know, watching this. She had a few thousand people in her chat, but Sunny was in there too.
See your man cheating or you see your woman cheating? It's a whole different thing. And now I've been sitting back and I see it and it all just makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So why there was so much energy from Kimberly?
Kimberly?
I really can't tell y'all. I'm not going to come back here and address it again because I don't have anything. I can't tell you. I don't have anything that I can say about it. I can say that when she was going through her situation with cancer, I would check on her. I would send, and this is not just filming. I know y'all saw me go to her house one day with some white roses or something when we were filming a scene, she and I. But I sent flowers outside of camera. It wasn't just about camera time for me. See, this is when you talk about people not maybe being able to see eye and eye, but we know when to show up and pull up for each other, right? Period. So I sent flowers just because I'm like, let me put a smile on her face and she probably, you know, she's got a lot she's going through. I've had paid to have a meal made and sent over. I think we ended up talking about on a reunion one season.
Kimmi did say that. Kimmi did say that. Kimmi said Mel would send stuff over, you know, send her text to check on her. Kimmi said that herself last season. The same way that we knew that Mel was sending money and stuff to Destiny when they was cool. It ain't until they not cool no more, they act like Mel was never a friend to them, but they forget what they thought the Mel did when they were friendly.
That wasn't filmed. That wasn't nothing. I ain't post about it. It wasn't, you know, it was just me trying to be a kind person. Because again, even though we ain't kicking it and hanging like we used to, if there was ever what you would have considered a real friendship, you show up for each other. You show up for each other. Now, if you ask me, has she ever showed up for me? No. 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 Even when it came to the party, the cancer party thing we did for the show, her beating cancer, whenever we had the conversation in production, I was like, I've been wanting to do something for us. I'm gonna be real. I was just gonna set up like a massage. I told them I want to set up like a massage thing or whatever. And I think they said, well, Tisha was doing some kind of massage something, so you can do something else. But that was real. That was real. And so, yeah. But can I say that there's been a show up for me? No. And I don't let it get to me too bad because one thing I know is it's not where you sow. You don't reap where you sow. You reap what you sow.
Child, you don't reap where you sow. You reap what you sow. And no tea or shade, if you look at just the growth of everyone on this show, We see how bad Martell doing. So he reaping what he sow. Okay. But I do feel like Mel has been having a positive benefit of moving in her own space and in her own way. You know what I'm saying? And that's the great thing.
So at the end of the day, God is still sending the right people in my life to show me and give me and reciprocate, right? So it's all good. Let's talk about Trish. Y'all ready?
Child, we don't like Trish.
Ready for it? Y'all ready for it? Oh, let me get a sip of my grape juice, baby. We taking this thing low and slow, and slow and low and low and slow, because I need y'all to know the facts, and I need y'all to comprehend it and understand.
Y'all, matter of fact, take a little second and do what? Like the video. And we're back. Okay. And let's go.
Trish. Never met Trish. Had never heard of her. Didn't know anything about her. Love you too, Canavis. Didn't know anything about her. So no reason to have a problem with her. The first time I heard of issue, or not even issue, but the conspiracy stuff, was on the girls trip. I had never heard about it before. Nobody had said anything to me about it. So I sat there and listened. And I'll be real with y'all, I didn't care. And that's why I just sat there and listened. Because I didn't care. I didn't care. I felt like whatever happened after I left April 4th, 2020, I don't care. I don't care. So I sat there with no expression because I didn't care. Now, considering she was on a trip of mine, still do I feel like there could have been a, hey, look, I just want you to know these are some conversations happening amongst this group. I know you invited me on the trip. Matter of fact, the night I invited people on the trip at the food tasting, I actually was kind of defending her and Ken, if you remember. I don't know if y'all remember that scene. I was kind of defending them. So I didn't care. But could there have been a, hey girl, just a heads up, this is what's going on. Nothing happened or something did happen, but it was this time. I don't want no beef. Let's just be cool. All right, bet.
And that's the adult thing to do. I think that's the issue, folks. Well, not I have with Tricia, is the fact that she 100% should have talked to Mel and gave Mel a heads up in general. Even if she didn't do it, the fact that Tisha and Kimmi didn't either. They knew. Mel did not know. The fact that Mel found out, as she says, on their trip during the conversation, because no one said, hey, little heads up. Like, why would no one say that?
That didn't happen. Could that have happened? Yeah, but other than that, I didn't care. So let's get to the scene when she's questioned. Because I'm going to get this out today, and I'm telling you, I'm not doing this every day at all. So the girl trip happens. She left early. Well, let me ask y'all this, because I don't know if it aired or not. Did y'all see a scene where Tricia and I met up after the girls trip at a bakery shop? So at that scene, don't know what all they showed.
Now the scene she's gonna go over, we didn't see the scene. We only saw Tricia and Mel meet one time at like a regular restaurant. We didn't see this scene that Mel's talking about. They didn't even air this scene.
But when she tried to even bring up my ex, then I said, girl, hopefully they showed you. I was like, girl, I did not care. Look, we ain't got to talk about that. She asked me some advice of going from corporate and being an entrepreneur and wanting to open this gym and balancing that all and being a mommy with busy kids, doing this, that, and the other. There was a whole conversation. And I gave her some advice. And when she tried to get into the X of it all, I was like, girl, we ain't got it. Girl, we do not have to talk about that. Girl, no. I don't know if y'all are talking about the scene I'm talking about. Not the one where I questioned her about my house and what it looked like. Not that one. Ooh, this might be good. Because I see somebody just said something that made me think about that one. I'm not talking about that one. Have you guys seen two scenes with Tricia and I by ourselves? Two. At a bakery shop.
The fact that production cut the first scene showing Mel give advice to Tricia asking Mel for advice, the fact that production cut that scene out but left the scene in of a secondary meetup of Mel asking her about things and what happened with her Martell, I'm pretty sure because production asked her to ask them questions. But that right there show you production trying to pull up, is trying to frame their own narrative. If both meetups happened after the girls' trip, which is when Mel found out her and Tricia and Martell had some kind of canoodling or whatever, why not show both things?
Canadian said gave her the blueprint. They just showed the one about me asking about my house. So see, y'all didn't get the bakery scene. Oh, let's go to it. See, now we get somewhere. So y'all didn't see that one. You see the scandal of it all? The painting of the picture of it all? Let me pull up the receipt. I think I already texted this one to this phone. So y'all didn't see that one. Only one. No, there was one before that one. Guys, right after the trip. So this one was... Y'all know the girls' trip was in March. This was April the 5th. Friday, April 5th, Melody, call time 4:30. The location is the Moon Bake Shop. Let's pull it up and y'all can tell me if y'all saw it. The Moon Bake Shop. So y'all didn't see that one? Dang. Wow, they wanted it to be a problem with me and that girl so bad, didn't they? Dang.
And for no real reason.
Maybe because I didn't give a care in the scene. I was like, girl, Girl, I do not care about that. Maybe they ain't like that.
And I said they told Mel on that cash trip, hoping to get a reaction, and she didn't give one because there was no reason that nobody put a bug in her ear that Tricia had allegedly messed around with Martell. They wanted a reaction.
Moon Bake Shop. Here's what it looks like. The Moon Bake Shop. I had never been there before, actually. I had seen it downtown, but I hadn't been there. I was like, pretty cool. Here it is. This is what it looks like on the inside. See that? Did y'all see that? That's what it looks like on the inside.
And that ain't what it was.
Oh, y'all didn't see that. Okay, so let's talk about it. So the date was April 5th. Y'all know when the girls trip in March. So right after the girls trip, like I said, I had a mimosas with Melody in Atlanta. I want to say it was March 30th or 31st. I did mimosas with Melody. Then next week I had this scene. This scene, I was cool, good. She tried to bring up the situation with my ex. I said, girl, I don't care nothing about that. You ain't got to explain nothing to me. The past is past. I don't care. That's my ex. I do not care, okay? Gave her some advice. She asked me about balancing and being a mom and all that. Like I just told y'all. Did all that. Gave her some advice. And hey, SC, no, I see you. And so, anyway, did that. Scene was fine. And then I had another scene after that where it was look, we can't seem to get the truth out of this girl. Because, again, let's be clear. I'm one of the strongest characters on the show. Actually, I'll say I'm the strongest character on the show. I have been for a long time. So, we can't seem to get full answers. This time frame is just, we're getting different things. Can you try to get the facts? I was like, okay.
And that makes sense. Because the question she was asking Tricia was stuff to figure out what actually happened. Because at that point, that was the beginning of Tricia lying. We kept hearing different stories of what had happened, how things started or whatever. When Mel and Tricia met up at that thing, she was asking for stuff. It makes sense that production, we need the answers. Okay, ask her the stuff. And she still lied. And we still couldn't figure shit out.
Sure, no problem. Sure. So then you see me sitting there smiling and asking questions. So what color was it? So at nighttime? So did it mean a deer? You said almost hit a deer. Oh, deer come out at night, girl. It must have been nighttime. What about the driveway? Was it a long driveway? Was it a steep driveway? Well, what road did you go down? I mean, listen, I ain't gonna lie, it was funny to me. I'm not gonna lie. When I finished that scene, baby, I was cracking up the whole way to where I went to eat after that. And that's usually what I'm gonna do after the scene. I'm gonna eat some good food. But literally, it was like, I had already had a scene where I didn't want to talk about it and didn't care at the moon bake shop. But
does the cast not episodes that we see them? Mel said she didn't watch the show. So if you watch the show, yeah, but she said earlier on she didn't watch this season. She's gonna be seeing the clips that's been on social media.
Typically, they do go to the strongest people. You can ask any, if you have friends or you know people on reality TV, ask them. They're gonna go to the strongest person to get the answers to stuff they can't get the answers from nobody else. Just how it goes. It's what happens when you're the reality TV queen. Right? So, alright, let's go ahead and have some little fun with this girl. Gonna ask these questions. So, girl, what color was the house? Which house was that? Oh, that was the lighter house, the dark house. Did you go up by the hospital? No, not really. Okay. Well, how was okay. And I'm smiling like, because I'm giving y'all what y'all want. Y'all want some facts? You want to know what the time frame span? What? Let me help y'all out since y'all need my help. Never pressed about what or who happened after I left.
But it do seem like production was like, let's have Mel ask the questions. Then the narrative turns into Mel still cares. Yeah, let's have Mel ask the questions. And even though we can tell Mel don't care, the narrative then becomes Mel must still care. That came, Trish was saying that, Child was Tricia, all of them was saying that because Mel was the one asking the questions. But again, production probably, let's have Mel ask all the questions.
Never. That's why you saw the no phase when it came to the girls' trip at the table when it came out. You saw, well, they didn't show you me at the Moon Bakery.
Her live and edit, she had to come back on live.
That's why you saw that reaction. Yeah, we back. That's why you saw that reaction. So share the live again. Click that little arrow at the bottom and share it. I think after an hour, Instagram though, it just closes the live out. But the Moon Bakery shop was a nonchalant, not care. Yeah, I'll give you some advice on, how you can make this work and happen when it comes to going from corporate America to being an entrepreneur. You want to try this entrepreneur thing. I gave some advice, but they didn't air that one.
Now we know, I think I saw someone say earlier that Tricia had that same kind of scene with Kimmi because they want Kimmi to seem like the older, wiser, entrepreneur who has the information. You don't want to show Mel being that to somebody else, especially somebody who at some point met with Martell. We're gonna only show Mel question her, and then it make it seem as if she has an issue with her.
So, then we had can you get some truth for us? Because she don't like to tell the truth. It seemed like the story seemed too conflicting. Can you get some truth for us? And so, all right, I'll try. I'm like, I'll try, not a problem. I'll try to make it happen. That's part of being a team player of a reality TV show, y'all. So I would never, ever let anybody try to paint me out to be difficult to work with. I pull up and show up when I need to pull up and show up.
Every show needs a bone collector. Every show needs somebody who will come in and ask the questions that need to be asked, because that's how the story progresses.
Yeah, I would never allow anybody to do that. I have too many other people outside of this show, fortunately, that I've worked with who all agree that I'm very nice and easy to work with, right? So, whatever. So that was the whole Trish thing. Now, whenever the situation and conversation happened with Kimmi and I here in my home when we were eating Martell, I told her then that at first I don't know her to have a problem with her. I don't know her. But then as Kimmi began to tell me how she seemed to have a problem with me and
again, Kimmi being a bone collector. Kimmi taking stuff she's heard from Tricia, she heard from Tisha, then we go back and tell Mel.
All this extra stuff and what she said about me, I don't know what all aired. And I was like, oh, bet, shoot. I just made up my mind, I don't like her. I didn't, but okay, bet then. I don't like her either then,
Yes, Tiffany would ask and that's why we ended up not liking her. We kept asking why she asking all these crazy because we also said it seemed as if production was like, yeah, go ask these questions because why else would anyone do that? I fully agree.
So then that happened. But remember, I went to the barbecue. And what's interesting to me, again, they decided to title one of the reunion episodes Melody's Double Standards. Again, I've never told them not to talk about nothing about social media pertaining to me. So how is it a double standard that I'm asking social media topic questions? It's not a double standard. So somebody needs to work on whoever is writing, they need to work on that. So at the bachelorette party, it became I was messy when I said, y'all act like y'all still love each other. I think y'all might still love each other. And how
Kimmi quit being a nurse a while ago. Kimmi does something with real estate. Maurice convinced Kimmi to give up nursing. I mean, she probably is still legally a nurse. I don't think you're like ever, you don't lose your nursehood. But Kimmi isn't a nurse anymore. Hasn't been for a while.
that was so messy. Well, let's rewind, and y'all tell me if y'all saw this or not or played it, because remember I told you I ain't watched no episodes this season in full, so I don't know. I may go, no, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't finna go back and watch this shit. I ain't even finna tell y'all no story. But y'all tell me if this aired or not. Y'all can tell me if this aired or not. At the barbecue, I went in to go to the little area to fix me a plate. Then Trish ends up in there, and Marquez is in there. Well, Marquez walks in, and there's this whole weird exchange between them, and I'm just looking, I'm like, ooh, triggers, it seems like a trigger right now. Oh, and I'm eating. Y'all know I love to eat, so, you know, just eating and doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? Well, in that room where the food was, Trish says to me, out the blue, so it becomes interesting when people say that me saying that was so messy. Because this happened before I ever said, it seems like y'all still love each other. Trish out the blue says to me,
Now I'm so mad that when she started talking, her thing paused. I'm happy she eventually repeated what she was saying.
I know your ex, baby. I know your ex. And she said the girl's name. And I looked, and I was like, okay. Either Ken's from Ohio. Did they show that when she said that to me?
So Mel was again gorgeous. I am wearing Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint. Thank you. It's all I only wear Fenty Beauty. But Mel was saying in that scene at the fake open house party at Tricia and Ken's house that Tricia mentioned that she knew coleslaw. Okay. So I think Mel's point is, how you mad that I said I feel like you and your husband have some kind of feelings about each other when you brought up my ex-husband's side piece who ruined my marriage? How you mad? And you is one of the people who also dealt with my ex-husband. So Mel, like, she brought up coleslaw.
Yeah, one thing I'm gonna do is eat. Out the blue, she says this to me, and I was like, I don't know if she's supposed to be putting me on the spot or she's supposed to be da-da-da-da, whatever, I don't know. And I was like, okay, all right. So, later, you got a big problem with me because I said it seemed like y'all still love each other. Now, that's a double standard to me. When you feel like you can kind of throw some stuff out there and be shady, but you don't want nobody to be in the game and play with you. So, I don't remember I don't think, because I think Trish went to high school here. So unless Trish moved here from Ohio at some point, again, I don't know these people, right? So unless he moved here at some point, or she moved here at some point, or Ken, I don't know. She says to me, out the blue, on the camera, in that room where the food is, that she knows, his friends knows something. She said, I think she said knows your ex's baby mama. And she said the girl name. Maybe that's why I didn't air it, because she said the girl name. And I was like, okay. And she either said she was from there or Ken is from there. I'm like, okay. So we all got mutual friends, and I said, okay.
Bitch, first of all, my ex-husband, baby mama, is not my friend. So we don't have her in common. Now, because y'all know coleslaw is from Ohio. So I'm assuming maybe Ken is from Ohio. But, like, why bring up that you know my ex-husband's baby mama as if we cool? I'm not cool with that bitch. We don't have no mutual friends.
No big deal. So what, right? I was like, okay. you got all this smoke because I said it seemed like y'all still love each other. But now I'm just so messy and I'm so... And that is why y'all at the Bachelorette. My thing is like, well, if I'm messy, everybody up in here is messy. Everybody being is messy. Like, what? You want to bring up a mistress from my prior marriage talking about you know her out the blue and y'all from the same spot or your boyfriend from the same spot, whatever it was. But I'm messy? Girl, everybody messy then. Everybody messy. So, that is how that happened. Y'all didn't hear that? Oh. Like I said, maybe because she said the girl's name, because she definitely said her name. And so maybe that's why they didn't air it. But anyway, yeah.
The fact that that's acknowledging they be talking about coleslaw in one way or the other and on won't air it. The fact that she's saying, because why else would they not show that scene? It's going to be messy. I think they're at a point to where they're not allowing coleslaw to be mentioned at all. I think the most they can do is reference and say like Martell's baby mama. But other than that, like there's no mentioning of that lady on the show at all.
So for me, when it comes to Trish, I feel like she has also, unfortunately, become, it's funny, I just saw somebody say puppet. One of the puppets, flying monkeys for the puppeteer. Okay? Because there's no reason for us to have anything going on. And I didn't make it one. I did try not to make it one. At the table on the girls' trip, I just sat there like, okay. Met with you after that, gave you some advice, told you, girl, you ain't got to explain nothing to me. You ain't got to bring him up. You good? I don't even, no. You know what I'm saying? So try not to make it a thing. But I guess production wanted it to be a thing. And you fell for the okie doke, baby girl. Like so many do. So, there's the Trish thing, y'all. Since then, let me see, the vow renewal, I don't even think she and I talked at all at the vow renewal. And then at the reunion, neither, honestly. So, I haven't talked to her, seen her since, and I probably never will talk to her, see her again, so that's amazing.
Does that mean Mel quit? Because Tricia and Ken is filming on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I do feel like, because her saying I will probably never talk to them again, could that mean, because I'm not going back to that show? I feel like if Mel quit, she probably won't announce that until after the reunion airs. But, you know, it's given a bit past tense. That's my old job. That's my old work.
So that's that situation. that is that situation. So, God bless her. And then, and of course y'all know I don't know Ken at all. I've only been in a couple of scenes probably with them. And honestly, she didn't want to come to my Mimosas with Melody Man. She didn't have to come. Production knows I'm particular about people I allow to come in my home. They know that. They know I'm particular about who I allow to come to my events. So if I say, yes, this person is invited, that's because I don't have a problem with you. For me, I don't. Like, I'm pretty good. I may not look at you fully all the way, but for the most part, you can come to this, you know? So I said, yeah, Ken and Trish, yeah, of course they can come. Again, I'm not seeing or knowing all of these different conversations that are happening. So, I didn't think that was the issue. So, they came to Mimosas with Mel. And even that, there was no drama or beef there either. So, anyway, no drama or beef with her at the reunion either. Anyway, not with me anyway. So there's that. Now, let's get into the last thing that I'm going to get into. I met Destiny.
I really wish Destiny would stop doing and saying things to get attention. I really wish Destiny would stop trying to get male attention. I really wish Destiny would just stop. I feel like she absolutely does things to get attention. I think she says things to get male attention. I think she says things because she can't do anything else. But child, you know, Destiny making comments that Mel and Martell were trying to groom her to be with them. I'm like, bitch, what?
In 2018, at the end of the year, I only met her because she was dating or engaged to Martell's best friend, as he would always call him, his best friend,
LeBerick.
LB. So that is why / how I met her. Okay. 2018, the end of the year. And then 2019 has to be when they got married, because I remember I was supposed to be in the wedding, but I was pregnant with Sugar Mama. I was pregnant with Sugar Mama. And I remember just having on this black dress with this split in the front, and I wasn't walking down no aisle, child. No. But 2019, up until that wedding, I hadn't been around her that much, but anytime I had been around her, it was always couples. Meaning it was her and LB, me and Martell. Or her and LB, me and Martell, Nell and Chris. You know, like, because we would host stuff all the time. We gonna barbecue. I'm gonna cook. I love cooking. I'm gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? And people would come over, whatever, right? And so I never hung out with her privately or without a couple situation where we're all there. And again, she's engaged, getting married to Martell's best friend. Like, oh, cool, bet, oh man, yay.
Because remember, LeBerick and Destiny were long distance. They didn't move in together until they got married.
They need to be on the show. But she didn't even live in Huntsville. She was still living in Nashville. I'm in Huntsville with 2 children, pregnant with 1, and a husband, and businesses, and filming a new thing in life, filming a reality TV show. I never went up there to hang out with her. She never came down here just to hang out with me. No. So then, my baby shower for Sugar Mama. Let me be clear, I planned my entire baby shower and did all that stuff. But I made her the host of the baby shower for airtime, for screen time, because it was being filmed, right? So, yeah, I literally didn't even have to do that, because there was nothing they had to buy. There was nothing they had to, I booked the horse and carriage. I did the planning. I'm sure I had somebody probably helping me, a planner. But I was definitely involved in my baby shower. Like, I just gave the title of the host to Destiny.
And we know Destiny can't hold shit, right? Because every time we've seen Destiny have an event, have a launch or something, every event Destiny has been a part of has been ruined. Stuff never go right. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe Mel Insane. Said she did it. She just hosted it. She didn't really plan it. Y'all know she can't plan shit.
Airtime. Because that's what I do. People come to me to want to be on the show, and I try to help them get on the show. So that's why it was so beautiful. So beautiful. If you go back to Sugar Mama's baby shower, it was so beautiful. All the pretty pink, and it was beautiful. I think y'all will be able to tell that. Yeah, it was beautiful. That's all I'll say.
Meaning we've seen Destiny's events that she's planned herself, and they've been tacky. They've been cheap. There has been no money spent on nothing. Okay, it's all just bad. So I do feel like Mel's event for her baby shower back then was a big thing. And Mel and Martell used to have big events. Okay, so I fully believe Destiny did not plan that.
And so the baby shower, I had Sugar Mama in December 2019. And then COVID happened. So I was a new mom again with a new baby. People were dying by the thousands every day. And so I wasn't going out nowhere. I was scared. Didn't want to risk my children. We actually pulled our kids out of school before the schools closed down. Because it was just like, like, there's this virus happening. People are dying. Why are kids going to school? Why? For what? No. So we pulled our kids out before they shut the schools down. That's how much it was like a big thing for me. So.
And don't forget, when Mel was pregnant with Sugar Mama, that was Martell being fully fledged, all guns a-blazing, trying to fix his marriage. I'm not going to cheat no more. I love you. Blah, blah, blue. It was all of that. They had a whole baby special.
I wasn't hanging out with nobody because I was in the house with my new baby, trying to make sure my baby lives. Hell, Was at my mom's. Was in Huntsville maybe for about 3 weeks. And then I was at my brother's. But at that point, there was like, there was no interaction for real with me and my ex anymore at all, really. Very, very little. Definitely weren't hanging out with no couples. Wasn't going out to dinner. I remember May of 2020. It was Mother's Day weekend. And he begged and begged, please, the kids want to take you to the beach. Let's just go. I know we ain't together, nothing. We ain't, but let's just go and let them take you to the beach, blah, blah, blah. So I did go to the beach in May. And that was the last thing but until Destin on the show. Till Destin on the show, all right? So after that, 2020, we're in 2020 now. I end up coming back to Huntsville because I remember I was at my brother's when I did, they had me host Girlfriends Check-In on did. And I remember I was in my brother's living room when I did that. And then August I came and did Behind Every Man. So I did Behind Every Man in Huntsville.
And we seen all of this play out. We kept seeing and hearing about Mel being in Atlanta with her brother. Because this was when the news of Cole Star being pregnant had like hit. And it was like, damn, Martell got that girl pregnant and Mel just had a baby.
I didn't come back to Huntsville until like August of 2020. There's no sound. I don't know why I haven't touched the sound. This was a whole different phone too. So that was August of 2020. And I see y'all said walk us down. I am. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Yeah, because y'all heard the ringtone. Okay, exactly. And so yeah, y'all heard the ringtone. Anyway, so came back August 2020. Filmed Behind Every Man. This is to show you how much we weren't really talking or hanging out. She wasn't even on my set at any time of Behind Every Man, and I filmed that for like a week or two. Now I would have been like, girl, come over here and watch me work, cause I'm doing this, da 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 da. No, not one time. So that was August 2020. We started back filming Love and Marriage Huntsville shortly thereafter. Then we get into, let me see if I send anything to this phone. We get into 2021 pretty much. Now, I was on that reunion stage, so y'all know I know all the conversations that took place, right? Y'all know that. I was there, so I know all the conversations. What I will say is, the problem, or that's what earlier, the lack of due diligence. The lack of understanding that before you say certain things or allow certain things to be stated or written up, that you verify those things. And that has not happened. So when you type up words that are buzzwords, that are damaging words, and you
lawsuit
have no proof of that,
lawsuit,
because it's not true. So you have no proof of that. You didn't do your due diligence on that, and you didn't leave that shit on the editing floor.
Lawsuit.
And then you also wrote up a synopsis and put it in writing. You a fool. I will call you. I will tell y'all a fool. Y'all some fools. But I appreciate it. But y'all some fools.
Lawsuit. Now look, she didn't say nowhere in here that she's suing. However, she used buzzwords to insinuate. Okay, because I don't think it's alleged. She is insinuating they did things that she can sue them for.
So, anyway, we've gone through 2020. I did send some messages. Good. Let's get into 2021. Okay? Now, remember 2021, October reunion 2021, was when she got on this stage and was like, I haven't talked to her, so I don't know where our friendship lies. So what I'm trying to understand is, when could we, so you're saying your husband's best friend and his wife wanted you, and all this while you was with your husband, like, what? I'm sorry, but what? What? Now that's what you're saying? Because I wasn't around Martell anymore for real except filming, but after 2020, after I left. So when? This is insane.
When did I groom you? When did he groom you? You want us to believe that your husband's best friend and his recently pregnant, birth-giving wife, okay, was trying to groom you, but you still want to be around me and him. You're around Martell to this day. You still want to be my friend. You just told me, I mean, I love you. I'm sorry. No one does that to the groomer.
Because I'm sure when you marry, you would have been like, oh my gosh. So when we were hanging out with him today, let me tell you, LB, I just really felt.
Yeah, they took stuff down, but the get you got is, I'm pretty sure Mel already also took screenshots. I think they took stuff down since she's made this video. But please don't think that Mel did not first get screenshots before. Again, she said, I've been quiet. I've been quiet, collecting my proof, my evidence. And here it is right now.
Like, ain't that what you would have probably done as a wife? Because you met us through him. That was your husband. I didn't know you. I met you through LB. So I would think that if there was a situation where you felt something, you'd been like, LB, I don't think we should go around there anymore. I feel like they're trying to get me. Oh, they want me. What? And then after that, you never would have been able to be alone with me and Martell at all anyway, because I wasn't even talking to him. After April, May 2020, the only time you saw me was on the scene. On a scene or a kid event. So when? When? But I ain't coming too hard for you right now. I'm coming hard for the people who type that shit up. And all the people, every one of you who laid eyes on that and approved for that to be put in a title as a synopsis of an episode. That's what I'm here for.
Meaning Destiny ain't got shit I need. Destiny don't even matter enough to me. Destiny can't, she don't have nothing. She don't do nothing. She not gonna be nothing. Okay? And anybody who think that I want to sue her or come after her, why would I? It makes no sense to do any of that. She don't have no money. She need to borrow money from me. If she need to borrow money from me, why would I ever try to sue her for what?
That right there, like I told y'all before, we can talk about the puppets all day, but we gonna go for the puppeteer. Period. Because you had every opportunity. The way you cut me and Trish scene at the Moon Bakery was the same way you could have cut that mess out. Because you don't have no proof. Now you failed to do your due diligence. And you got this written up. And you think I'm going to let my legacy be tarnished like that? Over some bullshit? Nah. Not going to flow. Not going to flow.
Even though we all know that, Destiny's a fraggle, not a liar, I don't think anyone believes that Mel or Martell, tried to groom her. I don't think anybody believes that. However, I do feel like putting it out in the atmosphere is irresponsible.
So, the reunion was in October, okay, of 2021. When the girl said she can't get in touch with me, I don't know what our friendship like because da-da-da. Now, I just want to know. I'm going to read some text real fast for y'all, just so y'all know this is her name. I need y'all to see that right there. Destiny. That's what's up there at the top. Can y'all see it? Destiny. Because, see, I've been through enough. My family been through enough. My kids been through enough. And, see, a lot of y'all done said real silent-mouthed when it came to me and my family and my children and my mother and my brother. Y'all been real silent-mouthed.
Come on,
okay?
Come on, let them know.
Been real silent. Ain't had nothing to say about no opinion, no straightening out of anything.
When people kept saying, oh, why won't Mel speak up for the cast and the millimeters going at the cast? Why don't Mel tell them to stop, blah, 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 blah? I kept saying, They don't have that same energy when it comes to helping male and protecting male. They all been real quiet. Real quiet. And again, when Marceau and Maurice's brother was talking cash money shit about Mel Mama, when Tisha mom was talking cash money shit about Martell and Mel's kids, the fact that they still currently discuss all of Martell and Mel's, divorce, and the fact that we seen Tisha in season 1 bring up, oh, Martell had a whole a matching car with some other woman. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They have repeatedly said stuff and done stuff to make it seem like, oh, well, that's what they do. Oh, Martell the cheater, and she's the cheater, and blopsy blue. So for the people, I mean, let me show y'all, because I had to pull up my Comcast, my Xfinity. So if I think I saw folks in, where did it ever say that the grooming situation? Hold on now. Screenshots. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. I had to pull it up just to be sure, because if why does my move, child? So if you look here, okay. So y'all can see, this is my, I took a screenshot of the Love and Marriage Huntsville thing. Okay, let me zoom it in for y'all. Let me zoom it in. Now you see it's already set to record on my thing around here. Okay. So on the February 8th episode, okay, part 2 of the reunion, okay, it says 2-8 Martell, the fact that it still say Melody Hope and that name ain't Hope, okay. But it said Kimmi and Mel argue over Melody's double standards. Destiny claimed Martell and Melody groomed her for a threesome. Child, what? And again, Sunny joined the cast on stage to hash out her issues. So the fact that production put that on the thing, meaning that's something that Destiny said. The synopsis always come from something that the cast said. We've heard Destiny in the past say, yeah, they tried to get me. They wanted me. She said it before. That they wanted her. They wanted her on her body. Even though, again, anyway.
But when it comes to other folks, you want to speak up? Okay. Thank you. So, hey Mello, was trying to get the details on your show. Wanted to drive down, just trying to time it out and see what the location was. This is when I was about to perform.
So she's not reading text between her and Destiny from before. Because Betty before had said, I ain't talked to Mel. I don't know about us. I don't know. And Mel is not reading text between her and Destiny.
Hey, Wiggins Park in Birmingham. What time you go on? I didn't respond. Then August 17th, where's my Mello? I didn't respond. August 18th, sending you hugs and kisses. Can't wait to see this video. Let the haters keep hating. At least you're doing it and they have no clue what it takes. Love you and keep on pushing like I know you will. So I wrote her, hey chick, morning. Girl, I'm good. I'm not worried about these folks. Blessings keep coming my way and they can keep watching from the what sidelines. This is real text right here. I'm reading. Okay, this was July 31st, 2021. I'll be there before 2. Some counts on me last minute. I have to take him to a sitter after she finishes my makeup. Okay, cool beans. Dropping him off now. Unloading his things. I'm 3 minutes of the road. Okay, we are leaving till 2:15. I'm here. Do I have time to grab something to eat? I have food being provided on the RV. Just talk. So she wanted to ride with me in my RV to a performance I had to do. That was in, I think, Tuscumbia, Alabama, maybe? I think it was Tuscumbia, Alabama. This is July of 2021. June 29th, I got to text you. Good love. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. How you doing? I'm tired about the shower and lay it down. Here's me. Oh, we are in Nashville. Went to the mall, ate, just checked into the hotel. We're hitting the indoor water park tomorrow. Then I'll be back Thursday by 1 for testing. Because we had to do COVID testing. Okay, y'all be safe and have fun. Next time, let me and Law come. Let me and Law come. Or no. Let me
I'm not, no, you can't bring your baby with me.
and Law know. We may head down. He loves water. This is June 2021. So I'm reading that to say this. Oh, I got another one I did that I screenshotted. September 12th, 2021. We need some girl time, Missy. September 17th, 2021. I guess I have to stalk your ass to see you because I ain't responded. It's 5 days went by and I didn't respond. September 17th, 2021. I wrote her back finally, said, hey, I was so busy and then now I'm on this girl trip. Death can link when I get back. She said, okay, boo, I just missed you. I said, I had the kids last week and everyone was sick. Then also trying to get the house together. It was just a lot going on, girl. She said, I understand. I had a few rough days, blah, 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 blah. She said, I went to ATL, blah. Now, again, I'm sharing that to say, do that sound in any shape, form, or fashion of like anybody who has been a victim of grooming?
No. Okay, again, if you are trying to say now, currently, that me and my husband at the time tried to groom you once I'm no longer with my husband, okay, why are you still trying to be hanging out with me? Not only do you want to hang out with me, you want to bring your son around me. If I'm such a bad person and my ex-husband if he is a good man, Savannah, why was you trying to be around me and my kids with your child? I'm just wondering.
Because why you want you and your son to go with me and my kids to a water park, baby girl? If I haven't inappropriately come at you. Or as you want to say, groomed. What? I have watched your child for you while you got massages because your sitter canceled. And I'm like, girl, enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. I'll drive around the neighborhood and just go in circles if I need to so you can get your massage.
Who leave a kid with the groomer? And you still friends, good friends with Martell. Who leave their kid with somebody that's grooming? Because again, if you're saying they try to groom you for a threesome, that would have meant it would have had to have been when they were married. Not when she left him. And when she was, because by the time Destiny and the Barrick were divorced, so was Martell and Mel. So none of this could have happened while you were even still with LeBaric. And she was watching your child. LeBaric left you 3 weeks after, was 3 weeks, 3 days. I don't know, child. I think he left her, I think it was 3 weeks after the baby was born. So you want to say at the reunion that Martell and Mel trying to groom you, child, for a threesome and what? Get your body. But you're texting Mel. We seen you just say to Mel this season, I love you. I'm sorry. You want to still be her friend. It don't make sense, girl. You Destiny. Girl. Destiny.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Up and lying on people. And Mel said, not today.
Like, don't cancel. Get your me time. Don't cancel. Okay? Or, the few times you have been to my house, because we weren't hanging out every day. I'm sorry, I'm going to be real with y'all. Call it what you want to call it. I'm just not one who's finna hang out with nobody every day. I just can't do it. I don't like to do it. My brother told me, when I was at his house the other day, he told me I'm a loner. He said, you a loner is what you are. I said, you think so? He said, mm-hmm. And he said, but I'm a loner a lot of times too. But yes, girl, you a loner. I said, well, you think it's because I grew up as an only child, so I don't need a lot of people or something? Because I just,
One, it may be because she's the only child. Two, it could be because she had four kids. Like, she has a lot going on. So she don't have time to hang out with her. And truth be told, once you are a full-fledged adult living life, sometimes you just don't have the time or energy to be around other people every day. Especially if you have 4 children and a crazy ex-husband.
I'm good. I be good. I like to have my fun, and then I like to be by myself. He was like, girl, you a loner. So, I'm not gonna hang out with nobody a whole bunch. Just not. I got stuff I'm doing. I'm busy. I got kids. I got goals, and that takes work to reach those goals. So, but there's been times when I've had events here, and my friends are here, including my best friend Brittany, and y'all are outside having fun, and I'm trying to give you a break, cause you going through your stuff, and I'm sitting here and watching on for you while you go out there and have fun. Go laugh. Go talk. But now you want to say somebody was grooming you?
And for a threesome? I don't see Mel even liking coochie. I don't see them wanting to have a threesome with anyone they know either. At all.
And while that's disappointing, it's not surprising. Because I told y'all in the beginning, the one word I had being on that stage was delusional. It was delusional. It was delusional. My biggest problem, though, is that the production team decided to not chop it on the editing floor and to put it in the synopsis of the title of an episode.
Because we know they've cut out a whole bunch. We know they cut out a whole... If Mel let us know they be discussing coleslaw and her name is cut out, why would y'all not cut out someone calling me a groomer?
See, just because I sit over here, y'all, and I continue to excel, and I continue to stand on business and do my thing, I continue to remain positive, don't think that there aren't things going on that I'm not privy to or understanding as to why it's going on. Because I see it all. First of all, I'm a dreamer. So you're not going to get too much past me because I've taken some time now to elevate even more in that, in my gift. You're not going to get too much past me. Okay? So, and I've had the gift of dreams since I was a kid. It ain't new. It's just even more, it's elevated, it's amplified, is what I'll say. So, when I look at how...
We got about 20 more minutes, y'all. About 20 more.
As a lead, I have definitely had my share of the attacks. I can't think of one person who has stood up. And now I get it. They were scared to stand up, I guess, because of all the secrets known on each other, I guess. But there's not been a lot of standing up for what's right.
Because y'all saw Martell treat Mel like crap. And y'all ain't say shit. And it wasn't until Martell said that Tricia was fucking somebody from back in college and Marcel was around here with all these other women that Tricia admitted they all knew about the revenge porn that Martell had been doing. So Mel saying clearly there were secrets amongst y'all that y'all didn't want out, and that's why y'all stay quiet. Y'all don't want to call out the wrong being done to me because of y'all dirt.
Now we're talking and people are saying things because they're being attacked. It's too late. I don't care what you got to say now.
I don't care. I told y'all when y'all can. Why won't Mel stand up for Sunny? I'm sorry, for Stormy and Tisha. Why won't Mel speak up for them and tell her the people on social media to not to leave them alone? Why won't Mel speak up and help? Ain't nobody help her. I'm not tossing you no goddamn life raft, bitch. You help me drown. Not today, not ever. I don't care.
It's too late. When it mattered, you were silent. When you could have said something, you were silent. But you chose to allow this single mother who was a damn good wife, who walked away from a cheating husband, to be attacked and made to look as if it was her when you knew the facts all along. Could never respect it. Because see, even with everything that's been going on, I still maintain a certain level of, maybe it's my heart, I don't know, but when I get a phone call or text, hey, I need some advice, can I talk to you? This was December, maybe 2 years ago. Yep, give me a call. I still got on the phone with you, gave you some advice. Still heard what you had going on and gave you some advice. And to this day, ain't shared what the conversation was about.
Because look, they said, child, That because she talked about Destiny. They said, child, I saw it on Empress Radio YouTube. They had pulled up the court records, and Destiny was accusing LeBaric of abusive things. Okay, accused that man allegedly of hurting that baby. Okay, and said because of some possible shaking syndrome stuff that their son has a couple of developmental delays within himself. Okay, so again, I need some help, Mel. Give me some advice, Mel. I told y'all Destiny have her own shit going on and she worried about the wrong thing.
And I won't. And I won't. Because you asked me. And I won't. Not a problem. But y'all sat silent and chose to double down on your attacks. Knowing it wasn't right. Knowing it wasn't right. Knowing all the stuff you already knew. That was real. So, there's a thing called workplace retaliation.
Lawsuits. Workplace retaliation. Meaning if you ask me to do something and I don't do it, you retaliate against me because you don't get your way.
And it's a legal terminology. And it's legal terminology. And when you're asked something and you do not move in the way that your superior wants you to move, and then they begin to retaliate because of that. I'm going to ask y'all this question. Do y'all feel like I've been attacked this season more than any other? Do y'all? I want to look at the comments. Do you guys, again, I've always had my fair share of being attacked, and that's fine. You know, I've been taking it with, taking it. It's all good. But I want to talk about this season. Do y'all feel like this season I've been attacked more than ever?
Do I think that this season is the worst? I do feel like the Kimmi and Maurice of it all is extra. I feel like, Tricia extra, Destiny extra. I do feel like this season it was a lot, and I don't understand why. And I feel like depending on what they even show us from the reunion, it could have been worse at the reunion. Because we seen Maurice say, "Oh, you're a person who likes to, cause others pain. You use your pain and inflict it on others." Kimmi in the whole, you out there going at my husband and you had a butt job. You know what I'm saying? It's all a lot, okay? So I do feel like this season it was a lot of unnecessariness coming at Mel. And it was almost hypocritical because again, they've always discussed everything that Mel had going on in her life, but the one time Maurice had something happen in his life, they up in arms that it has to be discussed on the show.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I see some absolutely. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Hell yeah. I'm looking. Yeah. So I want you to imagine your superior asking you to allow them to be your TV manager. And you don't accept the offer.
Again, what she said was, your superior. Now, we don't know who she means because she didn't say no name. But all she said was if somebody over you was asking you to allow them to be your TV manager. Meaning, in your TV stuff, I manage stuff. I believe is what she meant. But she said no.
Because you feel you don't have the proof, but it's a feeling. that there's a misalignment. So you don't accept the offer. And then all hell breaks loose on you in your workplace. And you have proof of this, by the way. You have proof of it. It was a whole Zoom. Yeah. So, interesting, ain't it? And I can't say too much more because I can't show too much in my hand.
Because I'm suing. Lawsuit. I want my money.
But that's enough. So, last piece I'm going to address. Last piece I'm going to address. Yeah, I see y'all saying, wow, yeah. And I've held this. And still walked around with my head held high. No, not a TV manager as opposed to starring on the show, another role. And as you know, managers get a percentage of things they get for you, book for you, do for you, things like that. No, it's a whole separate role, not nothing in exchange of being on a TV show. No.
Meaning I get more of your money. I get more of your money. And I said, I don't need that. And then at work, all the cast is now against you. The editing is insane. Y'all have me asking questions and shooting scenes that are then turned against me and used against me in a negative way.
So, yeah. It is crazy, isn't it? And you know, I was hoping to be able to close a door silently. I saw Queen Sheba here. I know she likes to say that. Silently. Quietly.
Again, I was hoping to close the door real quietly, but I guess I can't. And to me, that means once I leave this show, I'm not going to leave this show and say, bye, au revoir, adios. I'm going to leave the show saying, I'm suing. Mel is leaving the show and she's suing. So her is saying, I hope to be able to close a door quietly, but that ain't going to happen.
But I guess God said no. Because the continued disrespect, disregard, lies, nah. Ain't gonna be able to just do that. So, I have been blessed to have some amazing supporters that I refuse to turn on. You know, in an attempt to further isolate me, by the way. And I refuse to do that too. And I won't. Because the fact of the matter is, the mellometers are critical thinkers, highly educated women, and who have been seeing, and this is without me telling y'all nothing. Y'all, this is your first time hearing all of this. And that's interesting because people be like, they got special meetings, they got a cult, and I'm like, special meeting, why I don't get invited in? Where's the memos, the meetings, the minutes, the something? Who's hosting them? Are they via Zoom? Are we meeting up at another state? Like, what is going on? How is this happening? So I know a lot of y'all about to be really upset because I have not shared a lot of what I'm sharing. This y'all first time hearing it. Y'all first time hearing it. But yeah.
Now you're hearing somebody come to her house because you know she down in her work area or whatever. Just ignore the person you're gonna see kind of walking around in the background.
Yeah. I refuse.
I don't think they realized one, they was in the shot, you know, but we can see the person coming in the house.
To go against? Why would I? Why would I do that? Why would I? When I've been over here knowing what's been going on, and I've just been holding it and keeping it. But they've been riding for me. Because they're intuitive. Because they have common sense, and they've been seeing the writing on the wall without me telling them. I just sit back and be like, there go them critical thinkers, yep. I ain't said it yet, I will when I get ready, but they dead on the money. Yep.
And most of
So
her.
we have a whole season about an internet group. And it's discussed a whole half of a season, and then as soon as we discuss other people's stuff on the internet, it's a problem.
So on social media wise, a lot of her fans have been saying they think she's gonna quit because of the bullshit. Even her saying, you know, for a whole season, at least earlier in the season, it was, the millimeters, what's being said on social media. And then when she brought up something that was said on social media, now she's the villain. Y'all, I've been discussing millimeters and what's been said. Hell, they said that Stormy left the show for that reason because what's being said on social media, and so did Tiffany. So it's been discussed all over the place. Okay, all over the place. But when I do it, I'm the villain. When I do it, you want to bring up? I had a bad butt job, and look, no tea, no shade, child. No tea, no shade. I feel like I don't recall Mel ever looking like she had a butt job. So even when I seen Kimmi say that, I was like, when did Mel have her booty done? And I was like, Mel booty ain't even that big. Like Mel had kids for one. Then I feel like once her and Martell was going through things, I think Mel gained a bit of weight, and then she started working out. So, with Kimmi saying, yeah, it was all over the internet about your bad butt job. And I feel like if you look at Mel, like she don't even have a butt job butt. Mel is actually very small. So when Kimmi said, it was all, I feel like Mel at one point, because her and Martell, not I'm trying to find right, because her and Martell was going through it, and she was going through it. I feel Mel booty ain't big at all. It's not. So what bad booty job? I feel like Mel, when her and Martell, when all that stuff with them was happening, okay, and she was going off and this and that, I think Mel had gained a couple pounds, 1 or 2 pounds, child, and her body looked different because then Mel started working out. So even Kimmi said it was all over the internet that you had a butt job, but it was a failed, but like a bad butt job. And I was like, I don't remember that. I don't, because y'all know my rule that I don't discuss people's bodies unless they have surgery. And y'all know I covered everything. Look, I would have seen it. So I'm not saying that someone maybe didn't say it, but I don't recall Mel it being a time when Mel looked like her butt was just formed from a bad butt job at all. Again, Mel is really small. Let me say, like, y'all know how booty jobs look. We've seen bad butt jobs. And if you have a bad butt job, you can't even easily fix it. It takes time to even easily fix a bad butt. Mel is the same child, the same shape, in my opinion, that she was when they first got together. Again, I just think that at one point she had gained some weight from the bullshit, and then she worked out.
Interesting. But I have double standards. Okay. All right. Last thing.
Also, I agree. For Kimmi to go and body shame Mel in response to Mel commenting on Maurice getting a DUI is low. was low. To body shame another woman because your husband got a DUI and people ask about the DUI, to go to a body shaming. I'm like, what? That wasn't all over social media. Because y'all know we cover every goddamn thing. When Tisha came back in round season 3 after having a mommy makeover, we discussed that. About her getting her body done. If Mel had a body done, we would have discussed it because of child. When Kenya booty look weird, we discussed that because we synced it.
Nell and Chris. Nell and Chris. Listen. I am in a season of my life where I only want people in my life who reciprocate. There is no gray area for me. It's black or white. It's black or white. It's no gray. People wanted to know, well, why she asking Chris this if she don't care? Because that's supposed to be my friend. That's why. They ain't got nothing to do about caring. It's about, let me check some heart posture and some morals around the people I got around me because, I don't know. I need to ask a few questions because this might be, So it wasn't because I cared. Not about whatever happened. It's about you who's supposed to be my friend. That's it and that's all. Right? So, after that conversation that Chris and I had, right? I know because I saw the clip, there was a confessional about whether or not she was going to come to the Bible, about whether or not how I answered this. That's messed up. No, that's real. That's real. I either fool with you or I don't. I fool with you or I don't. Or I don't. If I feel like you ain't on the up and up, I'm not going to fool with you. So yeah, I did what? Like, when did normal become abnormal? I don't know, it's backwards. When did normal become abnormal? Like, of course. And not because it mattered, because the same way in that moonbait shop that y'all didn't see when I said, girl, that was after I love, I don't care, you ain't got to explain that to me. It's the same way I felt, except you were supposed to be my friend, so I need to see what kind of time you on. Yes, absolutely.
You should absolutely ask people questions to see how they are, if they can be trusted. Period.
Okay, then I went with a gift in hand, didn't I? Now what got me was, on that reunion stage, I have allowed episodes to go by where it seemed as if, almost as if I'm the reason people are grieving. Miss Nell is grieving with her mom passing, and God bless and rest her soul. That has something to do with me.
Could we've, child, faith card on the climb. We seen Nell say, I left my dad, my mama was dying on her deathbed. And I would leave my dying mother to run over and talk to Mel and Martell. Well, Nell, that made you a bad daughter. Because if my mama is sick, I'm not leaving my mama bedside for nobody else. Because nobody else's problems is bigger than my parents. So every time Nell said my mama was dying on her last leg, the last breath, and I was leaving my mama in the care of other people to come and be there for Mel. Well, that's on you, dummy, because I wouldn't have done that. No, unless Mel said she was dying and she needs CPR, and I know CPR, that's different. But you said I was leaving my dying mama to go talk to Mel about her and Martell, to mentor them. Girl.
So let me say this. I never was on the phone calling Miss Nell to run to me, ever. The times that I was around Nell and Chris was when all four of us were together. Nell, Chris, me, and my ex, And sometimes Destiny and LeBeard, like if we're barbecuing, we may barbecue, like I said, we would barbecue, we may cook. We would all hang out as couples. The one time that I called Nell screaming and crying was when my $17,000 was taken out my account.
I remember that. That's also when we seen when Martell. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Hey, look at it took me a minute to find it, but look at the video with her and Maru on her reels. I don't think she had a butt job, but a butt can look weird in the pool though because of the ripples of the water. But I don't believe she had one, but I'll look at it eventually. But thank you so much for the super chat. Okay. God, I forgot what I was saying. Let's keep it because I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yep.
Oh, the 17,000. When Martell released the video of Mel at his house, pissed and going off and like trying to beat him up or whatever, it's because he took her money. And back then, that's when they were like, starting to make money or whatever. And he took $17,000 out of her account. So her saying I did call her fussing, cussing then because he took my fucking money.
Only time. And that was in 2020. Towards the end part of 2020. So, when I was married, when? There was never, now if you maybe felt something, because I can't, that's the thing, you may have felt that way, I don't know. So I'm not going to take away other people's feelings. People have the right to their own feelings. But what I can say is, I know for a fact that I never was on a phone calling and begging you to come be with me because I'm hurt, I'm going through this in my marriage, we would literally, y'all, we would have barbecues and stuff, and we end up playing cards, and then we may get into some conversations, all of us. We may get into some conversations. But y'all, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I never was a person calling, having you leave to come see about me. Nope. Never.
And people need to, like, Mel uses her mom dying as a way to make it seem like Mel should be like indebted to her. The same way Tricia uses her mom, dad, and sister dying as a reason that she can't communicate well and she's a pathological liar. I feel like you should not use people's deaths as an excuse for bad behavior in life.
I can't remember a time. I'm not going to say remember, it didn't happen. There's never been a time where Chris and Nell ever just came to our house and we just have a counseling session. The one that looked like a counseling session that y'all saw was one that was filmed.
Child, Mel, that blind wig and that black outfit on. She threw that glass at Martell.
When I threw the glass. Any other time, y'all, that we were together, we eating, cutting up, laughing, playing cards, and we, like I said, like probably couples do, sometimes you may go start talking about some stuff. And then usually I'm listening to them talk about, get on to him. So I ain't even got that much to say. I'm listening. So,
Child, it's all in the background, looking, being nosy.
I mean, it's just literally like, when did that happen? When was that? I'll never forget. Oh, I can't go to it on this phone. It was probably in 2021. We went and ate at Connor's and we hadn't eaten in a while because remember I left 2020. So I wasn't seeing nobody for real. Real talk, I really wasn't. And I remember she and I went to Connor's because Chris had to help her because she had hurt herself. And she was like, I said I gotta go no matter what. I gotta come see you. I ain't seen my friend. And we sat there and talked. We eating good. And then we, catching up. And then we started talking. I remember she was saying how hurt she was when she heard some truths about some things that they had heard partial stories on.
Martell having that girl pregnant.
And I had showed her the receipt. I said, wait, say what? I said, that's not true. And I showed her the receipts, and she was like, what? Yeah. And, but other than that, I can't even think of another time that me and her was just alone. Just me and her. We've never gone to get our nails done together. We've never gone to get a manicure, pedicure together. We've never just gone and hung out, ever.
And Nell had said, I would come over to your house. Me and Chris would come over to the house. Me and Chris. We've never heard Nell say, Mel, me and you went and got lunch and da 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 da. We've never heard Nell say that. It's always been Nell saying, me and Chris would come over there and counsel you and Martell and talk, you and Martell and bloppy blue.
So, no, there was not a situation to where I was calling and pulling anybody away to come see about me or to come be with me at all.
I know Mel thinking, I know you hear me on the phone in here. Why wouldn't you go sit down somewhere and wait and pack up these items when I'm not on this live?
So that was hurtful, for sure. But again, losing people is sensitive, so I'm always going to remain sensitive to that. But still, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. I remember one time her saying how my mom texts and checks on her all the time after her mother passed. And she was like, your mom is so sweet. She always checking on me. She's so sweet. She be texting me, checking on me. I have randomly sent flowers to Miss Nell. I have popped up on her door to check on her. I have been a listening ear to her. On things that's been going on with her husband, my ex, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, girl, don't you be letting that boy get your blood pressure up. I know you ain't letting him get your blood pressure up. Now look now. I'll be like, now look.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I know she wants, and they're also not loud in the back. I think sometimes you don't know how much a microphone picks up. So I was just joking, y'all. I was just joking.
But I can't say that I have been given that same thing. My aunt passed 2 years ago. November, 2 years ago. She was like my second mama. Nobody checks on me. No. They don't check on me. They don't care. They don't care. They just want to sing. They just want to sing. Matter of fact, I told production. I said, hey, real life. I said, my mom's baby sister just passed. And I said, this is tough for us. This is real tough. I said, this is my favorite aunt. She's like my second mom. I said, I think my mom needs to go to therapy. I think we need to show that, how you deal with grief. I said, and this is real. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that.
We still ain't seen them tackle nothing about Kiki death. Now I don't know when they stopped filming, but you know, men look it up because Mel mentioning when did Kiki pass away? So Kiki passed away. It was in July of 2024. So again, I don't know when they stopped filming because we know they were filming around April, May. I'm assuming maybe in July they weren't filming, but the fact that nothing has been mentioned, not even an RIP. Now I don't even, did they even do a memorandum for Kiki on that show? I don't know. So the fact that wasn't even shown or addressed, you know what I'm saying? But Mel said, hey, my mama, my second mom died. Let's cover grief on the show. When Tricia, when they had that couple trip, and allegedly Tisha's like childhood friend from the passed away, that wasn't even really addressed. Child. But it's a reality show.
Hey, my brother and his husband said they don't mind being on the show a little bit more, and they'll fly over or whatever, you know, and stay a week at a time if they need to film. They don't want to do that. Nope.
So we got all the Scots filming, but y'all don't want to let Mel brother film. And we like Mel brother.
But my brother was able to be over here when everybody was boycotting and not going to show up for the new season last year. Because whatever legal stuff they had going on, money or whatever. So I needed to fill in. I seen all kinds of amazing business people that could take this show to positivity. I'm talking about good people. They on their grind. Then I'm telling those people, hey, I just sent your info to production. Let me know. Keep me posted. They're going to hit y'all up. Probably do an interview with you via Zoom. Then next thing I know, I'm getting messages like, hey, Mel, I ain't heard from anybody. Everything good? They never reached out. They never reached out. But I brought some boss names. Matter of fact, one of them you guys met when I did my property preservation course, the training that they filmed. He had, like, I think 700 closings. I introduced him to Kimmi and all that. Real estate Diddy. Out here killing it. They ain't want that. I sent about 5 other people. People. They ain't want that. And then we started filming and Nell weren't filming either.
Oh, because somebody said, oh, we can look to see about filming by Nell's page. I just went to Nell's page and I do see that June of 2024 was when they were filmed for Nell's birthday. And that was shown this season. So that means they was at least filming the month before Kiki passed away. And we've seen more stuff happen since then. So it do seem like it's possible that they were filming in July. Oh, yep, because this is This is happy 30th anniversary, my love. And this was posted on July 28th of 2024. So that means they filmed around the time that Kiki passed away. And it just wasn't on the show. So, Mel saying how, her mom was dealing with grief and they didn't want to film it. Child, we now see they don't want to film Kiki's death either.
Got the text messages. Who do y'all think went over there and sat with them for 2 hours? Sat with them for 2 hours. Getting to resolve. And then they were back filming like the next week. So I had conversation with them, told them how to move about some things, hit Carlos up, told him, hey, I got the text. Just left from Nails, just left from over there. Been with them for 2 hours.
Because if y'all remember, we had seen a few scenes of Nell and Chris, and then they kind of went away. They kind of went away for no reason. And then this season, and a little bit of last season, they popped back up. So Mel's saying, if you notice, they had stopped filming for some time. I stepped in, sprinkle, and now we have Chris and Nell back.
Yeah. And then y'all are back working. Y'all here. Matter of fact, I'm the one when y'all was ready to go full force that made the call for you. Y'all back full swinging. And y'all decided to come on this show and fall right in line with all the rest of the puppets. Wow. See, if I let myself sit in this stuff, I could get very angry. But that's why I don't allow myself to sit in it. That's why I don't allow myself to sit in it. And that's why I block triggers. That's why I block triggers. But yeah, so instead of coming on here and being a real ally, standing on what's right, nope. Fell right in line with the rest of the puppets.
The puppets.
Even whenever we had a scene and production wanted me to ask about a situation that they had, and I asked it, and I could tell by her response that she didn't want to talk about it. I didn't bring it back up. And after we finished that scene, she said, I'm not ready to talk about that yet. I said, okay. I didn't know that. I said, but I could tell that you weren't hearing it. That's why I didn't keep pounding and pushing it. I said, but you ain't got to worry about me bringing that up no more. I said, when they asked me to bring it up, I'm thinking you already know that this is what y'all we finna talk about because we talking about the trip. We're talking about the girls' trip, so I'm thinking y'all have had this combo. And you know I'm gonna talk about it, so. But you ain't got to worry about me saying no more. I said, but I could tell by your response that you wasn't here for it. That's why I didn't push it. So I am in a space where I'm not here for having nobody's back that don't have mine. I'm not here for nobody who doesn't reciprocate either. Yeah. All money ain't good money. And nothing is worth your peace. Nothing at all. And, yeah. So, those are my truths on every single one of those situations. And one thing about it, you best believe, I am the receipt queen. And this is why production and everybody else involved, because I'm the receipt queen, y'all should have hit me up and asked me for proof of things or things that could disprove things before you ran with it. Yeah, that would have been in your best interest.
And she signed off after that. Okay. Now she did not announce any departure, verbatim. She did not say I'm quitting, I'm leaving. She did not do any of that. I'm trying to find a good pause of her. She did not do any of that. No, it's not, girl. I don't want to look crazy. I'm trying. Why can't I see now? I can't pause it. Okay. She did not say she's leaving. She did not verbatim say she's leaving. But I feel like she dropped many, many, many context clues and hints that one, she's not happy with production, not happy with the cast. She feel like they're trying to pit everyone against her. She feels as if it's a double standard of what they can discuss and what she can discuss, and then again, things being resolved, privately, and then on the show, I'm kind of being blindsided with folks still being upset. So I feel like, in these situations, if you have a contract or whatever, sometimes you can't blatantly say I'm done, because even Sunday was saying like it's stuff she can't say because of a contract, and until stuff fully airs, she can't say this, that, or the other. But Mel, just saying about workplace retaliation, how production could have easily figured things out, how the cast is playing games for clickbait basically, and playing games for a check. I feel like she's gonna leave the show, and to me she should, only because if Mel leaves the show, what will the other cast talk about? If she leaves the show and they still talk about her, that's insane. If Mel leaves the show, I will stop watching. And not because she makes the show, but because nobody else does anything. They don't. Maurice and Kimmi is boring. They don't show us nothing. Tricia will always be Marcel's wife, and that's it, because she don't want to do much more. Okay, she don't want to be a boss ass bitch. She wants to be a have a rich wife life, and it's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Martell, they not gonna, even if Mel leave, they not gonna bring on coleslaw. They're not, because she ain't entertaining for a talk show. And the fact that she has now told people about this workplace retaliation, anything else that happens at work is more retaliation. Period. I really feel like Mel can get on other shows. Now, I know she can't move to Atlanta because Martell ass won't let her, but I do feel like she can do something else, be something else. Her brand is bigger than just the show. No. Child coleslaw ain't said nothing. Do she still have this channel? Let me see. Um, what's her name, y'all? What is it? It's, girl, y'all know I call that girl Cold all the time. Um, does she even still have a channel? Yeah, she's got a channel, child. That only that one video from a month ago. Yeah, the one video, the one thing her Martell did, and it now has 72,000 views, and that's it. And she's up to 9,000 subscribers, but she ain't put out nothing in the whole month. But yeah, I think Mel. I feel like Mel was smart to one call out each piece of person that caused the drama. Okay, she spoke on Martell and his bullshit, Kimmi her bullshit, just to need even Tish being using the bullshit, production and to be productions, Carlos King. You know, and then she touched on Nell. I think the main issue I have is these two dum dums right here, because Carlos could see that Martell is a problem and he chose to ignore it and leave this man around here to bother Mel. The same way Kimmi and Destiny choosing to have a consistent issue with Mel give them something to talk about. Because if Kimmi is pissed and fussing with Mel, if there's the season and if Mel came back, now it's Kimmi versus Mel. If Mel wanted to, Mel should leave the show. She should leave the show and then see what they do. She already don't discuss the show no more anyway. So if she was to leave the show, and if all they do is say, well, Mel left because Mel's scared, that would be proof that, okay, y'all are being paid to discuss me. I ain't even there anymore. Why are y'all talking about me? And again, they're currently filming now. I know that Tricia and them had, put up that they were having some event. I think on the first. I think it's the first. I haven't seen if anybody else posted that they're having some kind of event. Because, child, they don't be posting. They don't be posting nothing. So it's hard to even know if, it's some kind of other thing they're doing together or whatnot. But I'm like, I won't say she's smart. I just feel like Mel should purposefully quit the show, sue the show, put a gag order, and say, y'all can't say my name on that show. And then let's see how far it goes. More people, some folk watch the show just to hate Mel. They would stop watching if she wasn't on there. Who they gonna hate? So I hope she playing chess and not checkers. I do. I don't want her to go back. Because if she do, it's gonna Mel always beefing. Mel's the issue because we all hate Mel. Child. So we'll see what happens after the reunion airs. If Mel will hopefully announce she's gonna lead the show. It'll be because that'll be Carlos losing So Gucci, Carlos losing Aikisha, Carlos lost Winter, Carlos lost Monique, and if he loses, he lost Tiffany, he lost Stormy. Mel choosing to leave would be epic. And if she's able to work with other people, Mel can easily work elsewhere. She's great TV. She's a great producer. She's already doing other things outside of the show. Child, Carlos also lost his boyfriend. That's true as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I'm praying for Carlos's downfall, but once you see the production bullshitty games that's being played, you can't keep rooting for Carlos just because he's black. I can't root for a black man whose choice it is to try to destroy a black woman. It don't compute. It don't add up. So we shall see. Okay. Look, I hope y'all had a good time for this long ass watch along, child. I am tired. We will have a gossip chat tomorrow and stuff. So come on back tomorrow, y'all, to discuss whatever else is going on in the news or whatever. Y'all know, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will be live for the Love and Marriage reunion review on Sunday. Okay. So come on back for that too, y'all. But I'm tired, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go. But I love you all. I hope you have all subscribed and stuff. My mouth is real dry. Okay. I need some more water. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on Twitter, TikTok, and IG. Okay, I love you all. Be safe. Bye.